so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning. Welcome to Friday. It is Patrick and the people, baby. And man, we've got a hell of a show lined up today. I'm so excited. I know you're going to be happy about it. Cell phone's off the table. Sorry, guys. It'll cause a buzz. That's my bad. I should have told you that. That's my bad. It's my bad. Anyway, good morning to everybody. Let me introduce you to the people here. You know Chad. He gives bonus holes in Conway. He has piercings by Chad. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
What's up, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Great.
And to my right here, first time in the studio, Rickshaw Mike, little doggy, Mike Woodall. What's going on, buddy?
I don't know if I got Mike. Hey, good morning.
Yeah. And then to my right over here, tonight, starring at the Looney Bin. This is a big time guy right here. This is Henry Coleman, man. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Feeling good. How you feeling in the morning?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to have you in here. Tell me a little bit about what you've been doing.
Last 25 years, I've been doing stand-up comedy, making drunk people laugh every weekend.
That's a damn great thing to say right there. Hey, can you beat that? I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can't beat it, but yeah.
I guess technically you could. I mean, but tell us a little bit about your style of comedy, Henry.
Just, casual dialogue. I mean, I start off early in comedy trying to, make people think and say provocative shit. I don't really, I just make people laugh now.
Yeah, I love that. That's all you got to do, man. Just be funny, man.
That's it. I mean, it's, people got a lot of shit to worry about in the comedy show, and you don't have to worry about being offended I am offensive, but.
You're right, but not, in a different way. Yeah, no, I get that. In the way we want you to be. Yeah. So let me ask, I always like to ask great comics such as yourself, who were your inspirations in comedy?
You know what? I got a chance, when I first got to LA, I got a chance to watch Andrew Dice Clay perform live.
Really?
Night after night after night. And every night he just got worse and worse. Like,
oh, man.
Just being a worse human being, just finding a way to be new awful. And it was it was excellent to watch,
Yeah, I bet it was, man. He was quite a different kind of character, wasn't he?
He's still alive, so.
Yeah, no, I just mean, as far as his stand-up. He's still alive. In other news, Andrew Dice Clay is still alive. Breaking news. Everybody thought he was gone, but not so much. All right, we're going to talk more with him, and we've also got an amazing musical guest today. Christine DeMeo is going to be here and perform for us. We're going to talk to her, learn a little bit about her. She's going to do an acoustic song at the end of the show, so we got it going on. Plus, the rant will pop in today at some point around 7:15, so you want to stick around for that. Let's real quickly get into some news that you can use, see, what is going on in the world here. All right, so, hold on. Okay, there we go. President Biden is granting clemency to 1,500 Americans, pardoning 39. The White House secretary said in a briefing that those who had their sentences commuted have shown remorse, growth, and all the things they say. They were placed on home confinement during COVID. Those who Biden pardoned were convicted of nonviolent crimes, but it was the largest clemency in presidential history. So, he's going out with a bang, letting everybody out. So that's, hey, good for that. Pets are now on the list to be protected from domestic abuse in Pennsylvania. A new state law lets judges and prosecutors include pets in domestic violence protection orders. Advocates say pets are at risk in violent homes, too. Data by the Humane Society shows that up to 71% of domestic violence victims claim their abuser also targeted their pets. You're a piece of shit when you beat on a dog. I mean, honestly, man. Yeah. I mean, that's a special piece of shit right there. I mean, can you imagine getting a domestic violence charge? Hey, where's my light? What's going on here? Why am I freezing up? I don't know. Hold on one second here.
Here we go again.
No, we're good. We're good. We're going to be just fine, damn it. I refuse to accept any problems whatsoever. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Talk show host and podcaster Conan O'Brien has been hit with a couple of losses in 1 week. Both his parents died 3 days apart. Ruth Reardon O'Brien died Thursday. She was 92. She was an attorney, only the second female attorney at the Boston law firm Ropes and Gray. Dr. Tom O'Biden died on Monday at the age of 95, a renowned doctor and pioneer in the field of infectious diseases. Well, I mean, in fairness, they were 92 and 95. I think they made a good run.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know it's always going to be terrible to lose your parents, but I mean, at that age, you kind of expect it. Once you hit about 90, I would think every day you expect that to happen, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. A man trying to evade police got himself stuck in a chimney in Fall River, Massachusetts. Robert Langley fled the roof of a home Tuesday when police arrived to execute a drug search warrant. He got wedged in the chimney trying to hide and couldn't move. Police had to literally break the chimney, smash it apart to get him out of the house.
Wow.
I mean, what a dumbass, man. Man, we need a better class of criminal, that's for sure. All right, let's see here. After weeks of drone sightings in New Jersey, they're now being seen in Pennsylvania. Numerous sightings reported last night in the eastern part of the state. On Wednesday, they were spotted in Buck County near Philly. The latest sightings comes hours after the national security spokesperson said, yeah, no, it's not a foreign adversary. We know who's up there and it's fine.
Who is it?
Okay, yeah, we don't.
I want to know who it is.
These are SUV-sized
Yeah,
drones. This
huge.
isn't some punk kid flying a drone out of his backyard, man. These things are giant. And I'm telling you, I wish they would come over here.
He had a congressman come out and say it was an Iranian mothership.
Oh, well,
What?
no, it's
Yeah,
not
and, then
that.
and then the Pentagon comes out and goes, no, that's not true.
Yeah, no, definitely not an Iranian mothership. This isn't Independence Day. I mean,
Wow.
come on, man. A record number of people are expected to travel for the holidays. Close to 120 million people are going to travel 50 miles or more. That's an increase over last year by about 4%. Taylor Swift stopped by the Kansas City Children's Hospital. That's great. Thanks, Taylor. Let's see. A suspect stole taco sauce after breaking into a Taco Time in Seattle. The restaurant is flattered, they said. While the restaurant was closed, he opened the drive-thru, grabbed Taco Time sauce bottles that were displayed on the window. The cash register doors were open and empty, so he didn't get any money. He just got taco sauce.
That's all you need.
Man, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just had some tacos and shit. I mean, really, that's terrible. God. All right. While the extradition process continues for the accused killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, prosecutors in Manhattan have started presenting evidence to the grand jury. They want an indictment for murder. Fingerprints recovered from a water bottle, candy bar wrapper, all kinds of stuff matched to him. 3 shell casings with his DNA and fingerprints are all over everything. I don't know any way this guy gets out of it. I mean, it's kind of broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not even really masked up real good. You hung out there all day. I mean, it's like you wanted to be caught. It seems a little weird, doesn't it?
It's really weird.
Doesn't it seem a little set up like?
I mean, it seems really convenient. Like how
That's what I mean.
Like they caught the guys that were the DC shooters the same way. Like everybody seems to get caught at a McDonald's. I don't know why you kill someone. You just gotta have a breakfast burrito from McDonald's.
No, it is a
Right.
weird phenomenon, isn't it? It's like, man, I'm hungry after all that killing. I think I'm gonna go to
Right.
Mickey D's and see if they got that
And
twofer.
they always know exactly who's on the run at McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah. How is it the McDonald's customers can identify these people? I've stood in
They got
line
wanted
behind.
posters.
They can't even pick which fucking meal they want. And you're gonna tell me they can identify this guy? Come on, man, it's crazy.
Every time.
All right, let's see. Scott Hendricks of Spicewood, Texas, experienced chest pains while driving, collapsed at the Spicewood General Store. That's a bad place to collapse. But 4 employees jumped in, performed CPR. The employees later honored with the Burnett County Life Saving Award. And the ordeal highlights the critical role, it says, of CPR training. Well, that's good news. Last Friday, Toby Collier came across an overturned SUV on a rural highway in Missouri, rescued the teen driver trapped inside. He had to pry open the passenger door. He helped the teen out, called the mom, let her know the daughter was okay. So that's good. This is great. A 90-year-old great-grandmother just achieved her dream of getting a college degree, completing her studies after a 5-decade pause to raise her family. So she's 90.
For what?
She got an associate's in business administration. She's an aspiring entrepreneur.
Wow. God.
Longview.
I mean,
She can only do it for 2 years.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, for what?
Yeah. No, you couldn't go for a bachelor's. This takes too long, man. No, that's 90. I mean, that's optimism right there. When you get a degree at 90, you are the most optimistic person on the planet. The last thing I'm trying to do is get a
I
degree.
got to get them hours before I die. You know, like.
Yeah, you're right. If you care about the Billboard Music Awards, Taylor Swift became the artist with the most wins in history for the award show. She took home 10 prizes last night. That's 49 wins. Behind her, Zach Bryan had 5, Morgan Wallen 4, Shabuzi, Bad Bunny, Drake, Elevation Worship tied each other with 3 wins. Chapel Roan was the top new artist. Linkin Park performed, or the new version of Linkin Park.
Okay.
Do you like that version, Mike? The new Linkin Park?
It's not the same, but
No.
if you look at it like that, you're not going to enjoy any music. Really,
Yeah.
you have to see her for who she is. It's karaoke.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's just,
Karaoke.
I mean, that's what a lot
until
of
she
people
writes
have
her
said.
own music. It's karaoke.
Yeah. All right. What about
No,
you, Chad?
I agree with him. It's,
Yeah. Henry, you a Linkin Park person?
I don't know. I mean, I know the old Linkin Park.
Yeah. Well,
Right,
they have a new
right.
female singer, and they kicked the band back off with a female, and some people feel like
Is
it's
she younger? Like, what is?
I mean, she is younger. She's more alive than Chester. and,
Right. That helps. That does help.
It does help a little, I mean, but yeah, some people feel like it's karaoke. You know what I
Were
mean?
they trying to revitalize the group? With it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Leonard
exactly.
Skinner,
Right. Huh?
like Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, like Leonard Skinner doesn't even have original DNA left in it. What are you talking about, man?
No originals.
No, there's like
The Robbie's
4
not
guys
in
who
it?
were cousins by mothers or something. I mean, it's weird. Let's see who else performed. Shabuzi performed the bar song. Jelly Roll performed I'm Not Okay. Teddy Swims, I mean, that dude's awesome.
Yes.
Teddy Swims, yeah, he performed his song Lose Control at the awards. So that's enough about that. You don't need any more. Okay, let's see what else is going on here.
Lord.
Good Lord, that is a lot of man. That show must have took 4 hours. I'm just scrolling through these dumbass awards.
Man.
All right, yesterday the deal was signed. Bill Belichick became the head coach of UNC Tar Heels.
Wow.
That was wild.
Yeah,
When does he leave? Is he already out of New York? Like, when does he leave?
the Patriots.
Yeah.
He's been out there.
He's been he's been doing, I think, commentating.
Yeah, he's been doing TV and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he left them last year and has been doing commentating, and so now he's going to be at UNC.
His dad was a coach there in the 50s.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
full circle
yeah,
thing
yeah.
for
They
him.
have a picture of him sitting in the bleachers, like in the
Really?
50s, like a black and white picture.
Huh?
So it's like a full circle thing, coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
He had
And
like the jersey of his dad with
and
the
I think
sleeves
his
cut out.
girlfriend might be a freshman there.
Probably so. Probably so. I forgot about that part.
Don't get her on the back of a motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do fine. I mean, he'll be all right. He'll bring a lot of attention to him. The AP Player of the Year is Travis Hunter of the Colorado Buffaloes. The two-way threat's been a force this season as a wideout and a cornerback with a knack for making highlight reel plays. He credited his teammates and said he views these awards as team awards. He is one of the finalists for the Heisman and probably will get it, if I'm being honest. I don't know. He might get it. What do you think? Are you
I mean, that sounds like that's just the right answer.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. What do you think, man?
Travis Hunter all the way. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, I think so too. After a 16-year hiatus, the Skins game is making its return. This is a PGA event. They'll bring it back for the first time since 2008 on Black Friday of next year. Plenty of details to be confirmed, though. Players will be competing, how much money, all those things. For those unfamiliar, the Skins game sees foursomes play 18 holes, each hole worth a predetermined amount of money. And if a hole is tied, the monetary value is carried over to the next hole. So it's a big thing, I guess, in the PGA.
Very competitive.
Yeah. Yesterday, the trial of Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco was postponed until June 2nd. He's been accused of abuse, exploitation against a minor, human trafficking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's facing up to 20 years. Originally, the trial was set to begin yesterday, but key witnesses were not located in time.
Mm.
Okay.
That's always disconcerting when the key witnesses aren't located in time.
They'll probably never be located.
No.
They may very well never be located, man. And then this was this is the weirdest thing to see. to be honest with you. LeBron James has been playing it
Man.
for most of the season at ridiculously high levels. I mean, he's had multiple triple doubles. I mean, he scored 40 points multiple times. I mean, it's been insane. And then all of a sudden, the past few days, he just, I mean, his shit just went down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like he was like 0 for 20 from 3.
He needs a rest.
And
he changed dealers.
is that what it is? You think that's what it is? You're probably right. You're probably right. Damn, I bet you're right, man.
New dealer got to get you.
Yeah,
get
man.
your medicine right.
You're right. He's got to get it adjusted. No, he said he needed to take. He was stepping away from the Lakers for personal reasons.
He's tired.
And it's indefinite. I mean, they don't know what's going on exactly yet. Now, this could be some kind of, I think there's a free agency thing that's going to be going on, and I know some other teams are trying to get him. But I know, look, he brought Bronny on, for God's sake, and surely he's not going to leave after bringing Bronny
there's a
on.
lot of
I
talk.
mean, he did a lot. He made a lot of changes everywhere he went, and he would just left.
Right.
He just left. I mean,
Yeah.
he made a lot of changes in Miami. Made a lot of changes in Cleveland.
That is true. I mean, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair
Think
point.
about
man.
him going out with Steph. Like that's
With
That's what
Steph
everybody's
Curry?
talking about.
yeah, that's what,
What,
everybody's
Golden
talking.
State?
Yeah, that's the little chatter.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's
You put him with Steph Curry.
that's a go. That's like the farewell tour.
If they don't win,
Oh man,
the coach should be fired. Everybody should be fired. If you put Steph Curry and LeBron James together and that team doesn't win, something went way wrong, man. Honestly, I mean, look at MJ's still the GOAT to me.
Always.
But I think it'd just make
But I
the
think-
league boring, to put those two together. It's like,
You
okay.
know,
it almost
that's-
would, man.
I think a lot of people felt that way the last time when Kevin Durant landed over there, and they were like, "Man, this is this is like playing the NBA 2K. You're just mixing and matching an all-star team." Are you a sports fan?
Not that much.
Not that much.
No.
No.
I watch football. I watch like the playoffs. I watch the playoffs of everything.
Yeah, no, I'm the
Yeah.
same way on that.
Like
That's
we,
about how I'm
like
on.
when you get to the best of the best, that's when I start kind of.
Okay, yeah, no, that is the exciting time of it. So I'm with you there.
You
What
watching the Emerald Cup?
the Emerald Cup?
Like the basketball little in.
Oh, the
season-
NBA
yeah,
Cup.
the in-season tournament.
No, I hadn't been paying attention to who did some have that.
No, I
is
mean,
it
I was
done
just
yet?
curious if you've been watching it.
Is
I
it?
know y'all watch basketball. At your
Well,
house.
sometimes we do. I've just been busy this week, but what's going on with it?
Oh no, they just had the in-season tournament. I didn't know if you was
Okay.
like following. it or
No,
anything.
man, I haven't had a chance. I've been busy
Oh, I
out
feel that.
burning the streets up, getting it done. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Doing work.
All right, let's move on, shall we? So, anyway, we were talking earlier about comedy, man.
Yeah.
And so you said that one of the inspirations was Andrew Dice Clay for you. Who else did you like when you were growing up? Who were people you watched?
You
when
know what?
were young?
I've been watching comedy since maybe the late '80s. I liked even at the A-list. I liked comedy back when it wasn't a big celebration.
Mm-hmm.
You would watch 8 or 9 people on the show. Maybe 1 or 2 of them was probably funny, but it didn't take a lot to get on TV back then.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I'm saying? And you didn't have to be a celebrity to be funny. It's
That's
like you
right.
could be a normal human being, walk out there, in front of they have the brick wall comedy shows, and it'd
Yeah.
be like strangers, and people had the patience to watch and enjoy and
Mhm.
and like who they liked, and then not like who they didn't like.
Right.
And the world didn't come to an end.
So you just love it for the love of the game.
I did, and I hate I do that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I wish.
I wish I'd gone the other way.
I wish I was less of a purist in that sense.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like
These kids now, like they could take or leave it. They don't care. If they don't hit on the internet, go and start making billions in a week.
oh, right.
They like
Right.
fuck
Yeah.
this, and they
Yeah.
just ready to walk away.
No, you're not wrong about that. I mean, the great thing I think about the internet is it equalizes. It gives people a chance to become stars, but
Yeah.
on the other hand, it makes people less likely to pay dues.
Not even, you know what? Not even pay dues, but just kind of love it. Like,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
when I say pay dues, look, you know this from I'm sure your experience on the road.
Mhm.
Until you've performed enough situations in enough
Yeah.
places with
Yeah.
enough foreign crowds,
yeah.
it's hard to really master your craft and appreciate and understand the different ways you interact and the different
I
ways
think-
you do things.
I think what happened for me was, which is not happening now. When I started, I had an ideal of what I wanted to do, but sometimes I would get to the event and I would need the money.
Hold on, man.
So,
I ended up in a couple alleys that way.
I mean, everybody starts off idealistic, like you're gonna be like Kennison, you can be like Pryor, you got
Yeah.
this ideal in your delusion in your mind about what kind of comedy you gonna do. And then you get there and you're just like, man, these people just look like they just want to laugh, and I need this $300.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it. I'll make them laugh. Yeah.
So fucking make them laugh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do
And,
it. Yeah.
So, and people are like, well, isn't that kind of sacrificing your voice? I'm like, you're not gonna be a legend every night. Some nights you just got to tell airplane jokes or whatever that is.
No, I mean that
Oh,
that
yeah.
is true. Some nights are that night where you're the man,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
some nights you're just telling the jokes.
You just,
I mean,
and the good people can make both nights feel the same.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Make both nights feel like, and I've had nights where I thought I was terrible and the crowd was like, oh, you were fantastic. And nights I thought I was great and everybody walked past me like, I had shit on my face.
Yeah, no, I hear you. No, I get
So,
that.
I mean,
yeah.
it's, yeah.
What
So to answer your question, it's like, I was just a fan.
you're just a fan of the game,
Yeah.
student of the
period.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hated when I got older and I found out that, fame or celebrity bought you laughs, or it brings you, enough adulation to kind of skate through it. When I saw celebrities I was fans of that weren't really good anymore, I
Yeah.
was just taking advantage of it because they were celebrities.
Sometimes I feel that way. Like recently, I watched, and I'm not going to take away his. I mean, his talent level is just off the charts. Jamie Foxx.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his talent level.
What
is
you think? I
off
mean, what was your
the
honest
But-
opinion of it?
But I thought that the most recent thing was real self indulgent and very. It was weak.
Okay. I mean, he's never been a pure stand-up. Like
No,
he's
he
never been.
hasn't,
He's
but-
never been a joke.
No.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Insightful logic. Characters. He's always kind of been like a playful jump around.
Yes.
Kind of what he did is what he does. I think more purist people that kind of understand the art, we look at it with like a little bit of a like you bullshitting, but the people love it.
No. I mean, look, clearly they do, and I get why. I mean, he's Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I mean, what can he not do? I mean, nobody
had
should
to-
have that much talent in one body.
Because I was just such a nerd for the craft, and when I got into it, and especially now with social media and just like reality shows,
Mm-hmm.
anybody that knows how to hold a microphone and talk in a straight line for an hour straight can get $30,000-$40,000 a weekend.
You're probably right. Yeah.
So it's like and then you have people out here that study it and like really
Right.
want to get good, and I'm chuckle hut tonight. So
What do you think about? First of all, are you a fan of Cat Williams?
I'm a fan of the art. I'm a fan of the art. I'm a fan of the art.
All right. Well, whether you are or not, he has a formula that he operates on where
Okay.
he wants to, calculate how many laughs per minute that he gets.
That's after they start laughing.
Right.
So once you start them laughing, they're kind of
You get him in the zone.
It's just like chuckles go up and down, but they never completely come to a rest
Right.
for the duration of your set.
So how when you're on stage, is it just only the laughter that lets you know you're successful? Is that how you're basing, or do you have a formula?
When I have
that you're
control,
thinking
when
about?
I can stop them and start them, and then stop them when I want to. When I have control of the room,
Okay. Yeah.
absolute control of the room, and they respect what I'm doing.
Now, do you do a lot of crowd work?
You got to now. You have to now because of social media, and
Okay.
everybody's a star to themselves. And the audiences now feel like they feel like you should be breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
When I started, I was taught to not do that.
Right.
Everybody was like, leave the people alone, make them
Mhm.
laugh, and get the fuck off stage.
Yeah.
Now it's so many people doing that. Like the crowd is almost like weirded out. Like he went the whole set without talking to us.
I know. I always had this debate with myself at times because I've done stand up for many years, and there's an enigma, I guess, to not connecting with the audience prior to the show.
Okay.
And I started out doing that and then just talking to people after. But later on, I shifted my model and
Okay.
I would go out before every show and try to shake hands or talk to every single person in the audience before I did it,
Before you started?
before I
Why?
started. Because by the time I got on stage, they were warm to me.
Hmm.
It wasn't a stranger coming up.
Okay.
So I didn't have to take that first 5 minutes to earn everything
Mm.
because they already are rooting for me the moment I get on the stage.
Okay. That's a different approach.
It was a different approach, and I'm not saying it would work for everyone. I'm not even saying it's the way you should do it.
Yeah, I like the element of surprise. I like them.
lot
I
of
just
people
hated when I
do.
started out the first 10 years. I was doing all white clubs, and they knew I was the comedian. Some kind of way. I don't know if you watching this or not.
Oh,
But
man.
they knew.
How you gonna say that?
It's like, yeah, that's the comedian.
Yeah, it's either the comedian or bringing me some water. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but
That's-
the
come on.
element, and I don't like to talk to people who want to be talked to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, right.
yeah, 'cause,
No.
they think they have some funny or exciting things to
No,
say.
they're the worst people in the
Yeah,
audience.
and they always volunteer the worst information, and they
Yeah.
kind of chuckle, and they expect, the comedians from the audience type thing.
I'll tell you one thing that is I found a little bit annoying at times. I mean, it's just part of the game,
Okay.
But it are the people who come up after and go, man, I got a joke you can use, man.
Oh,
No,
man.
you don't. No, you
No,
don't.
you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Please don't do it.
Say
Just
that for
don't.
yourself.
No, it's a good one. No, it's not. Trust me. If you're bringing it to me, it's not. Okay. Never in the history of time has that been worth a shit. Anything said after that
I'll
sentence.
listen if they go, let me buy you a drink, and then I'll tell you this joke.
There you go.
It's like,
There
I'll
you
listen.
go.
I'll at least listen. Like, okay, yeah, give me a Long Island.
We've determined in a short time Henry's a whore.
Like, what?
It's all about the money, baby. It's about the
Man.
ducats.
So yeah, with the audience, like you got Matt Rife, you got people, Nate Jack, people that just do crowd work, and
Yeah.
they're building whole careers on it now.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I will give Matt Rife credit for his crowd work. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very good. It is. It's pretty good. It's pretty good crowd work,
I mean, D.L. Hughley used to do something like that where he would,
Yeah, he did. He
he
sure did.
kind of, so it's kind of like rebranding that thing. Of,
Well, sure. Yeah, I think a lot of comics have done crowd work for
Yeah.
as long as crowds have been there, so I don't think
But
it's
I
new.
think if you do too much of it, the people should still come expecting to see a show.
Well, yeah, you have
You
to.
don't want regular people thinking they're going to be the show.
No, you want to have a set.
They're still regular.
No,
They're still
yeah.
normal human beings.
Yeah, crowd work should be just a
Everybody is
here
not
and there.
interesting. Everybody is not interesting.
No, you're right.
They live in the system, and it's like you're trying to derive excitement from just mom and pop people, just people that wake up
Yeah.
every day and go to work.
Yeah, you're trying to find an end where
Yeah,
there's not
so-
one
Yeah,
sometimes.
so you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a mechanic at Jiffy Lube, huh? That's interesting. Like, is it? It's not.
No, it's really not, is it?
No, it's not.
How many lube jobs have you done today?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's not that damn interesting.
I
Nobody
mean,
cares.
so there's still a thing about being an artist, staying outside, staying off the grid, living a different life, and kind of coming to be a storyteller and giving people a real story of what the life on the outside
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, I love crowd work, but it's not something I've ever really done a lot of.
Yeah.
Other than the pre-show meeting people,
Okay.
I just want to go up and do stand up. You know, I
Yeah.
have a set. I want to do my set.
I mean, I will so I had a thing where I had a real bad temper on the stage if anybody
Yeah.
tried to break my set,
Really?
because I was so locked into it.
Yeah.
And I talked to my mother one time, and because I would curse, I would berate people. I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! Shut up, I'm whore." I would just really get really pissed off, for real.
Yeah.
And I asked my mother, I was like, "What is it about me that gets so angry when people disrupt me?" And she's like, "Well, that's you. It's like that person that upset, that's really you. And the other time you're just being phony, like you're just faking it.
Yeah.
So you need to let people upset you more so you can get comfortable with being who you really are, and just and then you can work from that space."
That's a good piece of
Yes.
advice.
So,
Actually.
I mean, it did. I just kind of let it. Like last night, we had some people in the audience just refused to the whole 45 minutes. They were just kind of going back and forth, and
Yeah.
I just maintained my temperament and and added them, but I controlled it.
Yeah.
I didn't have no problem with the chaos. It's as long as I know.
No, that's right. As long as you're in control
as
of
long as
it.
I can orchestrate it myself, it's fine.
Yeah. If they tone down when you need and
When I absolutely needed to, they did. And,
and you can ride through, then every once in a while they pop up and you can kind of make that work.
it's when they're out of control and you got no control over it, and they're just that's when it's okay, cool.
Yeah, that's when you have to go off on the whole table. You have to stop everything you're doing and
Yeah, yeah.
destroy people.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm not doing I still do bars sometimes with the TVs on.
Oh my God, that is the worst, man. When you know that it's going to be a tough show. When you go, hey, can you guys kill the TVs? No, we'll turn them down though. What?
Oh,
They
man.
just turn them down.
They just mute the TVs.
There's 4 football games on, bitch.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
And you can see people's eyes cutting every time you kind of get their attention.
Yeah.
You can see somebody's going for a big shot, or you see
Yeah.
people's eyes getting excited watching something.
Yeah, or they start yelling when somebody makes a shot and you're
Oh,
over there
man.
and you're like, oh God.
You know it's gonna be a bad show when you walk in the room and the bar is inside of the showroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if there are pool tables
Yeah, oh yeah.
and they don't want to turn, They're not going to cut the pool tables off. No,
No.
you let them keep sleeping. Oh, you're getting somebody's 8-ball corner park. Shut up.
Yeah, you gotta make the people that are paying attention laugh so hard that the people
That
that
everybody else.
they begin to care.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You know, when we were traveling all over and doing it, man, we played some real holes in the wall where,
Yeah.
you know, they'd leave the TVs on or you know, you'd have the pool tables, things like that. And you're absolutely right.
Those nights you kind of like, you know, you don't want to do a whole bunch of dick and pussy, but you kind of end up doing it. You know, a lot of sex talks, a lot
Yeah.
of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of low level humor.
Yeah, you do
I
get
can
to the
usually
base.
tell when I'm watching a guy I could tell what kind of room a person plays when I watch him. Like 3 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm watching a comedian, he's taking his time and he's patient. I'm like, okay, he's working some high level rooms where people care.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch a guy and he's quick and it's all, you know, DMP, you know, sex talk, it's like he's playing some bars and some, some low level stuff.
No, that's a really interesting point that you're making there because you go for, I guess, what you'd call the low lying fruit.
Yeah, you're just trying to make it.
When you're just trying to get through it because it's an out of control situation.
Yeah.
No, that's spot on, man. That's absolutely true.
Totally made me reevaluate my favorite comedian.
Who was
Yeah.
What's your favorite comedian?
Raging Cajun.
Okay. Yeah,
That dude tried to kill me at the Looney Bin one night. Just
Yeah.
would not stop.
Just firing them off back to back.
Yeah,
to
there
back
were
to back.
people begging him, please, and he's like, "Fuck you, no." It did. Yeah,
I mean, but he plays great rooms, and he just has that quick wit and just quick and sober. That's crazy.
Yeah.
looked a little bit like Robin Williams too, really. And
Got
he
that
just-
ability.
Man, he was just quick, good,
Man,
one right
that's
after
awesome.
the other.
All right, let me do this real quick. I
I
want
mean,
to.
Patrick, Angry Patrick's my favorite.
Yeah, right. Of course, right. Yeah. Listen, if you're looking for a vehicle, Fitz Auto is the place you want to go. 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, and I'm going to tell you why. Because even if you've had credit problems before, they can help you out, and they can work with you on down payment. They can work with you on anything, and they're not. These aren't a bunch of lead sleds. Okay. These are late model, low mileage vehicles, something you can be proud of. You can drop the kids off at school, not 6 blocks away, because they're embarrassed of getting out of your hoopty, okay? So even if you got bad credit, go on down to Fitz Auto or go to fitzauto.com and check them out there. One more thing I want to mention is Titan Roofing Company. Man, these guys are awesome. They give you a 10-year transferable warranty. That's really big. If you're going to sell your house, let's say you get the roof on and in 5 years you're going to sell your house, that warranty is going to be a huge difference for you and make you a lot of money. That's the number one question people ask before they buy a house is, how old is the roof? Because it's expensive. And so don't play around with that. Reach out to TitanRoofingCompany.com. Josh and Jeremy over there, good folks. They're Arkansans. They've been doing it a long time. And it's a family business, you know. All right, let's move on to something else here. And check this out. This is really a weird thing. So overseas, they've opened a COVID-19 park.
Wow.
That's right. It's a COVID-19 park where
Wow.
they got statues of the virus. They've got all these different
Wow.
things. So you can come over and hang out at the COVID-19 park.
I'm good.
You don't want to go to the COVID-19 park?
I had enough of that. No, I'm good.
Who wants to go to the COVID-19 park? Why would you open a theme park related to
Is
COVID-19?
this in Milan or this is the place it was?
It's overseas. I don't remember where it's at, to be
Wuhan.
honest with
Wuhan,
you.
yeah.
Wuhan, yeah, no, it's definitely Wuhan by the lab, right by the lab, yeah. No, that's where it is. right
Birthplace of Corona.
So they say.
All right, let's talk about this because I've been waiting to get to this. Now we talked about this lady not long ago. Okay, she's an OnlyFans model, and she's going for a record where she's going to try to sleep with 1,000 guys in like 14 hours or something, right? But she slept with 101 men in a day recently, and on this interview she broke down in tears about it. She said. She had sex, of course, with over 100 men one day back in October to create some content for a subscription for OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
And but despite saying she enjoyed it all, she said, sometimes I feel so robotic. And she started tearing up talking about it.
Wow.
Now, let me just tee it up. Do you have sympathy? Do you feel bad for the tears of someone who just slept with 101 guys
Well,
in
I
a
mean,
day?
technically, I don't think I wouldn't even think.
Well, she didn't sleep with them, but they all did their business.
Yeah, I mean, but so basically when I watch those things, every now and then, very rarely or do I watch.
Right. But for research,
Like everybody, I think how many pumps, how many pumps do you get where like it registers as a person? Like I feel like you should have to sleep with everybody to completion for
completion,
it to,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, dude,
But
just walking up pumping twice.
Come
That's
on,
not.
man. You know there are some guys though that they're like they're going 6 hours, man. You can't do that.
It is what it is. Like you can't take credit for sleeping with 100 people.
So now I got to find a bunch of
It's more of a feat.
right on the edge.
a bunch
You
of
have
guys.
to scout the right people.
Yeah. I got to find a bunch
Like
of
the ones that are
incels.
ready over here. We need the ones that are ready.
Yeah,
like,
no,
the edge
they're-
right over here.
Yeah, keep the fluffer going.
Fluffer's coming. Wow.
You hire a whole staff.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a whole staff of
Yeah.
fluffers.
She's gonna have a staph infection. I'll tell you that. I mean,
I just couldn't stand that line. I couldn't beat.
How
I
could
couldn't
you stand in that line?
I couldn't.
no, that's what I'm
degrading as
saying.
shit.
Do you want to be number 85?
No.
And think about 1,000. Do you want to be 885?
No.
It's like being in a
Are you-
DVDA movie.
Does she pay them? Like how do you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I think they volunteer.
Wow.
I think they're volunteers. You know how it is. I mean, the guys will line up for anything, man. Come on, man.
1,000 men.
Yeah, 1,000. That's
Man.
what she wants. That's her new goal is 1,000, and she's
A lot.
crying over 100.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, if you're crying over 100, what's 1,000 going to
Is
do
that
for
like a
you?
pregame?
that's funny.
That's the pregame. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
pregame.
warm-up act.
Man,
Yeah, no,
God.
I'm telling you, that thing's going to be broken.
Blown out.
Hmm
Yeah. Is her father
the
proud?
best.
Is her father
She
proud?
got daddy issues. You know she does.
I think he's the one that's just doing the numbers.
click, 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 click.
I always picture the father watching the video that I'm.
You guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's brutal,
Welcome
man.
to Arkansas,
My
man.
little girl.
Welcome to
Yes,
Arkansas,
exactly.
man.
What is he thinking
Like,
right
man.
now?
I don't know what any of them are thinking, man. I'm like, if you don't have to do 101 guys to make it work. I mean, you just go old school and
Is she
sell it
getting,
in the neighborhood.
Did she get into the World Record book or something? Like, is it
That's what
the
she's
Guinness
trying to
Book?
do. Yeah,
Guinness? Okay.
that's what she wants to be,
That's
a
something
record holder.
to thrive for.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a record you want, though, is it? I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be on that page.
You don't ever see guys that
That's
do
okay.
those kind of things.
What about the guy that went last? Wouldn't he get to be on there too? Because he'd be like the 1,000th guy, you know?
Does he win an award?
Well, I mean, he'd be listed too, like the 1,000th guy, you know?
Technically,
But
he
I'm
did
saying-
all the dudes too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Oh, that is messed up, man.
Oh, yeah. But I'm saying there's no events where guys go, I'm going to bang 1,000 chicks. People are like,
It's
whatever.
not 1,000 women
Whatever.
willing to stand up and wait.
That's right. There is not anywhere in the
I don't
planet
think any
1,000
guy,
women that
right?
will stand up and wait for that guy.
That dude is a Mac if he does, man.
Yeah, there'd be dudes taking notes and
Wilt
where did you
Chamberlain's
meet these
son.
people? How did you
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that'd be a whole new dating service. Those 1,000 women right there would be the richest.
Chad's exes.
Yeah, that's great, man. Chad's exes. It's a whole dating service. Which one of Chad's exes will you match with?
So she does OnlyFans, but she doesn't do. Is she like an adult film star? Or?
Well, no, she just does OnlyFans. I
Okay.
mean, that is more or less an adult film star now.
Yeah.
I guess you have your professional movies, but why?
I mean that's kind of synonymous to what we're going through in comedies. Like you just have all these amateurs out there. I wonder if the adult stars feel the same way about the OnlyFans people.
I'm
Like
sure they do.
Well, yeah,
looking over there destroying the industry.
Yeah,
Just no,
yeah.
no credence about this.
Resentful as hell.
No morals at all, man.
Yeah.
Morals.
You didn't have to sleep with the hedgehog.
The stripper I know hates
Just picket
OnlyFans.
line crossing over there.
I know hates OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, the stripper, the one stripper you know,
It's not regulated. That's what I'm talking
Well, I
about.
used to know more. But
it's not
We gotta
regulated.
get tested. We have
We
to go
need
get
to-
tested,
we
make sure
need
we
to-
ain't got AIDS. They could just fuck on camera and nothing.
We need a union. Yeah.
Yeah. We need a union. We need to lock down on those OnlyFans people. Let's get somebody over there.
Man, that's too much, man. I can't even imagine.
They're making more
you know,
basketball players. Have you seen that?
the what now?
comparing what they make on their OnlyFans compared to like NBA
Oh no, I haven't seen
salaries?
that.
Man, it's pretty.
Male or female
Well,
NBA?
Man,
You're right,
yeah,
dude.
right.
Yeah,
But it
yeah,
was
no,
male.
that's a whole different
male,
thing
male,
there.
male NBA.
Well, look though, but in all honesty, if you took the OnlyFans across the board, the average, and this is a real number, is about $212 a month.
Okay.
So yeah, you have the top end
Right. Yeah.
who are making ridiculous
Yeah,
amounts of
and
money.
you have to wait. Like they only pay out like every 30 to 60 days.
I just know, man. Look, that's not an easy gig as much as people might think it is, because you got to stay randy or whatever for hours at a time,
Okay.
and you got to work that thing like a rib bone with sauce on it nonstop.
Stream, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I mean, that is a damn job. I don't
Oh,
give a
hell
damn,
yeah.
man. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It is
and-
acting.
I mean, it's something,
It's
you know.
acting.
And to do that for a whole month and get $200 would be a little demoralizing to me. I'd be a little like, wow, man, maybe this isn't for me.
They got to be thinking about the end product.
You
know,
got to
like,
build an audience.
Yeah, like
you got to
one of
build an
these days
audience.
I'm going to be making.
You know, I mean, so when I go to strip clubs or whatever, and I was talking to them, it's kind of like us, like we have to go from city to city to city, kind of performing,
Yeah.
and then you hope to get in TV. So the reason they did porno was to, they would put a porno out, and hopefully it would go nationwide, and then they would tour off the viral
Right.
or the successful
Yeah,
porno.
Right.
that's right.
So I'm not sure how OnlyFans people build their fan base without that kind of the nucleus of having
Showing up and
Yeah.
meeting people and
yeah.
doing what they do.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
they do like live. Is it like
Well,
live?
they do a lot of interactive stuff,
Yeah.
I guess, where you can chat with them, where you can pay to talk to them. And I mean, they've got like it's a menu bigger than the McDonald's board of stuff they do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, they'll make videos for you. They'll say your name. I mean, you just got to pay certain amounts to get these things.
Like the cameo videos.
Yeah, kind of like Cameo. Yeah, except
Wow.
it's live.
I never even thought about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
so do they associate with each other? Like, do they talk to? Do they meet and like?
The OnlyFans people.
You're like, yeah. Do they like link up with each other
I
and
don't know.
exchange? Go,
Fluids?
yeah.
Fluids.
Like this is the bit that's getting everything for me. Like I got 1 billion new streams when I did the the ball and the
You're right.
whatever the thing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
did the Cleveland Steamer, and
Two girls in a cup.
I mean, look at this. It's viral.
I'm not saying you should do it, but you should do a version. Like,
Right. I mean, yeah, no, that sounds great. No, I love that. All right. Let's do this real quick here. All right, shall we? Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give them a call, 777-7333. Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. All right, we got to do this, I think.
He's Patrick. He's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick, right here on PATB. Suck it, man. This guy is really pissed. Angry Patrick.
All right, let's get to it, shall we? Congressional and internal investigations into sexual misconduct at the Mountain Home VA Med Center in Tennessee have led to the resignation of several top VA officials. Investigators discovered widespread sex misconduct among employees. A whistleblower reported that at least 12 officials from the VA had an orgy. After hearing from the whistleblower, the committee said this is new information. It's extremely disturbing, leads us to believe there might be a serious culture problem at the Mountain Home VA. a serious culture problem. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, first things first, there's a lot more than whistles being blown at this VA, I'll tell you that. But dead ass here, what's this alleged cultural problem? If there were 12 of them, sounds pretty damn inclusive. We want to be inclusive, right? And I think everyone who's been in leadership understands the value of team building. It sounds like they were really building some bonds here. I mean, who can you trust more than someone who was in a naked dog pile, eye to brown eye with your corn pocket? It sounds like somebody wanted to be number 13 in the orgy but didn't get drafted and feelings got involved. No, Peggy, you weren't invited to the Wang Tang Bang-a-Lang because you're a stiff and you always smell like Virginia Slim 100s and Tiger Balm. That's not a recipe for sexy, Peggy. And this is everything wrong with the bureaucracy of the VA. Here you have a manager or leader who wants to bring the staff together for team building and motivation. Obviously, every motivational session can't have everyone there. So you have a great leader, clearly some engaged teammates, and because of one bitter Betty who wasn't invited to play Diddy Twister, it becomes a scandal. Do you know how long the VA has had a reputation for bad care? Now, what do you think helps create better care? Training. How about a train? Yeah, the answer is happy employees make for better care. Can you imagine anyone happier than someone who just walked away from a 12-person group game of Where's My Wiener? And now your nurse just attended the orgasm festival, is in amazing spirits, even willing to work a little overtime just to help you out. So what the hell are you pissed off about? And now, oh, hold on. Yeah. And now, if you let them... Hold on. I hope they at least threw in a couple veterans in the mix like Twix. He might not have legs, but he's got oddly great body upper strength and a big Johnson. If you let him jump in the no pants party, his outlook on life is going to improve, and that's what we need. Do it for the troops. Don't just bring them home. Don't just bring them home. Bring them the big O. I'm proud to be an American, for God's sake. I mean, what it's all about, baby. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, man?
He's clapping for you down there.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Preach.
Oh, all right, man. Let me hold on one second. You got me all discombobulated here. I done lost my screen and everything, man. I lost my whole damn screen. So just hold on. Yeah, here we go. All right. So next up, KFC is hoping its new holiday product will be on everyone's lips, literally. The fast food chain has launched lickable wrapping paper for the holidays.
Oh.
Yeah, the limited edition paper reportedly tastes like KFC's original recipe chicken with a refreshing hit of cranberry sauce and sage and an onion stuffing, according to their description. But they did warn the wrapping paper is not intended for consumption. The lickable areas of the paper have a protective coat that needs to be peeled off to access the tasty patch, but not advised to lick any patches without a protective cover. The company also noted it may require a few licks to get to the full flavor, and all products are food safe and non-toxic. Well, this is a great Christmas novelty. Are you kidding me? Tell me the fattest thing you've ever done without telling me. Ding, ding, ding. Fried chicken flavored wrapping paper. This is some finger-licking foolishness.
Oh.
You dirty mother cluckers. And you said with a straight face, it may require a few licks to get the full flavor? That may have applied to the 12-person O-face omelet from earlier, but is it really good hygiene to rub your dirty mouth snake all over a Christmas present and then put it back under the tree? Now your fathead, bad-mannered dog's going to slobber on it. Your toddler's going to use it like a teething ring. The roaches are running all over Jessica's present, trying to find the yard bird carcass they can smell but can't locate. Are frankincense and myrrh part of the famous herbs and spices? I mean, come on, man. Otherwise, what the hell does the smell of a bucket of Yardbird have to do with Christmas? Here's an idea. Why don't you take a step back and literally cluck your own face? Merry Christmas. And finally, so you think since we emerged from lockdowns that our education is back on track? You'd be wrong. American students' math scores are slipping in comparison to other countries. Matter of fact, the scores have plunged since the pandemic. The trends in math and science show 8th grade math scores dropped 27 points from 2019 to 23. That's the biggest drop since the U.S. began administering the test in 1995. Well, in fairness, we did have a pandemic, you know. Are you freaking kidding? 27 points. Did we just start serving lead gravy in the cafeteria? Just kids sitting in there dipping lead paint chips and cheese like a Tardvark nacho? No, well, I think many foods in the cafeteria could kill the kids. They're not that dramatic. This isn't a food-based issue. It's not just attendance. It's a case of the missing carry. You see, several years ago, there was what you called carrying the one. Okay, do you follow me? Do you remember carrying the one? Anybody remember that shit?
Yes.
Okay, well, listen. The great minds in education decided that the math we used, the math that accomplished every single equation since the Egyptians, you know, that math was determined to no longer be good enough. Why? Well, I can only assume some highbrow, overeducated, walking, talking slice of dick cheese decided that carrying numbers was no longer a valid way to do math. You know where you carry the one? That's the way math's been done forever. But these slices of Richard Cheddar said it wasn't good because it doesn't show why it works. Who gives a shit? I've been on the planet over 50 years. I've never one time seen oxygen. I know it's there. I can't taste it. I can't smell it. I can't see it. But I'm alive. I'm breathing. And when I carry the one, I don't have to wonder if it'll work. It always has and it always will.
Right.
You just can't come to school one day and say everything we ever taught your parents and every other successful human was not right. We're going to make it better. The government saying they can make anything better is the worst thing you can ever hear. Look, man, we aren't carrying the one, but we can add pronouns. We can't do an equation, but they can tell you how many genders there are. They can tell you we're the worst country in the world, but can't even do the math for their own economy, much less understand the country. You know, I don't care what side you're on. We all have to admit this is working about as good as a hot dog stand in the Gaza Strip. So I say fix it or get the hell out of the way and let the adults get back in charge. That a bunch of folks who couldn't pour piss out of a boot with the instructions on the heel. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. All right, let's move on, shall we? Yeah, it's Friday, baby. It's a good kind of Friday, man. Now my mouth's all dry and shit, man.
What number was that?
802.
Oh, man.
That was rant 802.
802.
Yeah, that's a good number of rants to do every week, you know?
That's awesome.
That's more than some TV shows.
I remember when it was 0.
You do?
Man, I can't believe it.
Well, I remember you from 4th grade, Mike.
Well, yeah. Right.
I rode the bus with Mike.
All right now. Yeah, I started when I first started comedy. I kind of started out doing a rant style. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
What was it based on? How did you?
Just subject stuff. It's kind of like trying to be like Dennis Miller or whatever.
Okay, like Dennis Miller.
I would, that's when I did a lot of time. That's before people had TVs in their pocket.
Yeah.
So I would do, an hour and a half on stage. The longest time I've been on stage is like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, that's a great set when you do that.
Yeah, but I had to leave because I had to pee.
Yeah. Listen to this. This is a true story. Now my wife is, she's also a stand-up, and she's way better than I am.
Okay.
Way better than I am. And thank you so much. She is. It's hard to explain. You know what I mean when you say you see certain comedians who have a connection with an audience that defies expectation, Yeah. And she's one of those people that she connects with the audience, But she did a show one time for 3 hours and she took 2 pee breaks. She made them wait while she went and peed, came back and
That's
kept
a
going.
Laura move, man.
Wow, that's
That's a
crazy.
Laura move.
And they couldn't get enough.
Wow.
Only because I said, you've got to stop this show. Did she stop the show? She was 3 hours in, man, and she was going and going. Oh, man, they were eating it up. Because, most audiences, after an hour and a half, they're pretty fatigued.
Right.
Laughing will wear your ass out, and there's nothing worse than having the guy before you go way long and eat up those laugh zones, and you're like, thanks, man, I appreciate you, dude. Burning up my time there.
Laura was always really good at seeing what they wanted and giving it to them.
Yeah.
Giving it to 'em.
Yeah.
That's right.
She just
No, she does. She works
she
the
could
audience.
read a crowd.
No, she has an instinct that's second to none. And, people, because of my character, Angry Patrick, they didn't heckle me much.
Imagine that.
No, and I would shut it down pretty quick. But I'm gonna tell you, nobody was more brutal than her.
Oh man, you didn't want to try to help
Oh
her.
no, you didn't.
No,
You-
she'll put you in your place, man.
No, man, you know she'll give you a couple warnings, and then after that, it's bad.
It's
It gets
over.
real bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I done
Over.
told you.
Yeah, I've told the story once before, but we did a show many years ago in Conway at the Bears Den.
Mm.
It's a bar there, you know, just a regular college bar,
Right.
you know, and but all kinds of folks, you know, of all ages come in, and she was on stage, and this lady started yelling from the audience, you know,
Wow.
and so she warns her a couple times. Well, the third time she said something, Laura kind of keyed in on her. She could see her standing there, and she recognized the woman was pregnant and had a drink in her hand.
Oh no.
I was there.
Wow.
The fetal alcohol joke started coming out right away. You know, the fetal alcohol. So she just went in on that lady. Listen, that lady tried everything she could to get to my wife, tried to climb over a wall to whoop her ass, did everything she could. She was so mad, but they threw her out of the bar. But I was like, yeah, that's what you get, man. I mean,
Roly
I would
poly.
never have gone there, but she's not afraid to go anywhere,
No.
man. She'll nuke you, man. Have you ever had hecklers that you've had? I'm sure you've had.
I mean, you
at
know,
some
it's
point.
like when
Or not hecklers, maybe just people uncontrollable.
Yeah, I've had that, and I mean, early on, it was like I was almost pushed to the point where like I was like about to fight people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they would get so upset. I could see them like, you know, so that's like, when you embarrass somebody good, it's like they're ready, especially guys, ready
Oh
to
man,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Like, you know, at that point, I'm looking for like, where's do they have security here?
Yeah.
Like,
Where's the back door? I got to get out.
like, have I got to pay yet? You know?
Yeah.
Will Smith.
I'm not
on
going to be able to
stage.
sign autographs now. See you later, guys.
I'm out.
Yeah. So that type thing. So it's like, you know, walking off stage, and if you get somebody good enough, you know, I'll just go straight to like whoever the bouncer guy is, and like just watch that guy. And sometimes you have people pretend like they're not upset, but you could tell they really are, just to kind of get close to you to hit you or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So yeah, I mean, I can tell the difference between somebody who's kind of lighthearted and somebody who's genuinely just a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can, and a lot of times
The
I
drunk guy versus the asshole.
yeah, I could tell. Like I could tell during before I'm on stage. Like now, after 25 years, I don't even have to get on stage.
Mhm.
Like I can walk through a room and look around like we did last night. It's like, okay, they're gonna be a problem, or they're gonna be a problem. I
Yeah.
already know, like just how you
Now,
come in and
if
sit
you
down.
when you identify them like that, do you target something that you do to mitigate that before
It
or
depends
during
on,
the
like,
show?
It depends on where I'm at in the show. Like 'cause
Okay.
sometimes I still open for bigger celebrities or whatever. When
Yeah.
I'm not always headlining. Then I try to kind of address it, or
Mhm.
you know, throw a blanket on it.
Sure.
Some kind of way, kind of let the bomb explode on me.
Hmm.
Get the big thing over with, whatever the big outburst is gonna be on me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, because once you point those people out and kind of, you know, begin to kind of, you know, massage the situation, you can get it to, you know,
Yeah,
like,
you can manage
yeah,
it.
you can
That's
like,
right.
okay, I know who you are. You're a jerk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We see each other
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
let's get you under control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You just don't want them popping up out of the blue. Sometimes liquor triggers people, you know.
No, liquor triggers a
yeah.
lot of people.
You know, and that's what people don't understand. A show is an hour and 30 minutes. It's the second drink that makes you angry. So your first
The
liquor,
fifth one makes you a dumbass.
your first drink makes you happy. Everybody
Right.
gets happy with that first.
Oh, that's true.
that
That's
first
true.
drink is like a happy drunk.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, you know, 40. There's a golden period in the show. Maybe 20 minutes after the show starts to all the way to like maybe 15 minutes before the show ends.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
people can't control what they laugh at. They just laugh at everything. 'Cause
Right.
That first liquors hit them. They feel euphoric. It's magic. Now, when you see them ordering that second set of drinks,
Mhm.
that's when you're gonna get the jerk and the assholes start to.
This
kinda
is
pump
why
up.
alcoholism exists because you know you feel great on one drink, so it's like, well, I got to keep the train going.
Yeah, and then you don't know what the jerk button is gonna
Right,
be.
that's right.
What drink is gonna bring the asshole out? Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you'd open for you know some folks who might have names or whatever
Mhm.
in your career, and you've been doing it a long time now.
Mhm.
What was that moment for you where you go, I can't believe I'm standing here talking to this person or working with this person right now. This is crazy to me.
When Cedric, the entertainers manager, came up to me in LA and was like, "Yeah, Ced likes your stuff. He wants you to do some dates.
That's
How much?
awesome.
How much do you charge?"
Yeah.
And I didn't know how much to charge him. You know, I
Yeah.
had never been out, and I ain't had no time to ask nobody.
That's
Yeah,
that's
so-
a tough place to be because
I
you
was
know
like-
you don't want to say no. You want to say yes to
Yeah,
it,
so I
but you
kind
don't
of
want to screw
was like,
yourself.
I was like 1,000, whatever it was super low.
Yeah.
And then I got on tour and I realized what everybody else was making. And I was like, oh, fuck.
You screwed yourself?
Yeah, man. I looked at the he gave me like 3 dates, 3 like theater and arena dates, and I looked at the ticket sales.
Yeah.
But and the tickets were what they were paying me, like one ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you go back and say, can we renegotiate?
Because I ain't want to come across like guys like stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
was,
they should have hired you again at that rate.
no, I mean we did a gang of shows together. It was just it was amazing to just share the stage with that guy and to watch him work every night. But the thing about the blacks is when they're there to see somebody, that's who they're there to see.
Yeah.
That's everybody.
No, I get that. I get what you're saying.
Kind of like get
on through with it so we can get to where we're going.
How it was so bad one night. I was opening for a big act, and they thought if they didn't like me, I would get off stage earlier. And I was,
you're at the Apollo.
Like they felt like, okay, we're here to see this guy.
We're gonna gong show you. Yeah.
That's like, so I had to go. Like, no, I'm contracted to do 30 minutes, you guys. Like, I'm going to be up here 30 minutes, whether you like me or not.
Yeah.
And then they kind of relaxed and was like, oh, okay. It's like,
yeah, we're gonna ride one way or another. How do you want the ride to go? We talked about it, I think.
So it's not as fun. Like a lot of comics start out trying to want to open for big acts.
It's tough.
You
got to earn it that way.
You do. I mean, you really have, especially if they're really excited to see that person, and they think they're ready to see the big act when they first get there. It's like, no, you just, you still ordering your food, you're still, kind of walking around. So,
what's a textbook? There's always a comedian that you know and you respect who you've seen take over a hostile crowd in an amazing way. What's a time you've seen that from
somebody, talking about taking over a hostile crowd?
Yeah.
No, I never seen that. I never seen somebody.
We talked last maybe a couple weeks ago about Bill Burr. Have you seen that set?
Okay. Yeah, the one from DC, right?
Where they're outside and everybody's been pissed all day and he just comes and just starts destroying them.
But that wasn't the plan. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was not the plan.
The plan was like to have a regular set. He
was going to do a regular set.
He lost his shit on stage.
Yeah, and just went. That was the moment that cemented him as a legend to me when he just turned them around like that because he just. You want to talk about double and triple down? I mean, he just said, "No, screw that. I'm going all in."
And to be at a place like Cat Williams with the interview, to where you feel like you got nothing to lose. And you could just let it all hang out. I'm still at a place in my career where I care, and I'm trying.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I get that. No.
We all want to have those magical sets where you just you reveal your heart.
Yeah.
But you want to reveal your heart in a place where it matters. You don't want to just be somewhere where no one's gonna see it, and you just did some amazing shit, or it didn't work. And now you just look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Those gung-ho moments don't always work like that.
No, they don't always work like that. Sometimes they backfire.
With a Karen that's writing the letters to the club.
Oh God. Yeah. No. That's for sure.
That guy you had was awful tonight.
Yeah. No. I love the letters, man.
Filled out the card on you.
Yeah. The
Really?
card. It be thumbs down and
the comment card. Yeah. It's like whatever. Okay.
I would pass those.
I wish
out
I
at
could come
every
to your
show.
work and give you one of these cards.
Yes,
That's what I always think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you could turn the tables and come to your job and
give
rate you. You know what I'm
comment
saying?
card. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great just to rate the audience. Y'all can't leave till I rate each of you.
Like once you get to a certain level, you really don't see bad audiences anymore.
No, you don't.
You see people that really just dare to have a good time and dare to see you.
Yeah, if you have any kind of name or recognition,
the craziest thing I saw Paul Mooney before he passed away.
Oh, okay.
He was it was wheelchair, and they were really just kind of just. He could still sell tickets, and it's business. You can sell tickets. They're gonna prop you up. They put a stick in your back.
Yeah, no, they
and
definitely
was rolling them out, and whispering into the mic.
Yeah,
and the people were still trying their best to
embrace it.
Yeah, and I mean, what I'm saying, and they were, and he had like 5 openers. Like they wanted to make sure you got a quality show before he got out.
Yeah, it was probably necessary in case he died during the show.
Oh man,
Is that wrong? I'm sorry.
Sometimes he did.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah.
Every time.
That'd be the greatest. Okay, where was I? Tell me again.
But like these new when they come out, they it's not like neutral no more. Back when like it was just like when I started Emery or like Alex Ortiz or just like it was just neutral. No one was a huge celebrity.
Right.
So you might get a crowd like that was just kind of ruckus. Now it's like they only coming for fame. They're only coming to see a specific person.
Yeah,
So you really don't get those unruly audiences.
it makes
the same way.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people might not know Rickshaw Mike.
Mm.
Mike Woodall, you had back in the day Leg Up Promotions, and Leg Up Promotions, for those who don't know, was your music promotion company, and you promoted bands all over Arkansas and other places, I'm sure, as well. At some point, I mean, it was pretty big for a while.
Took some local bands to other states and
Yeah.
did shows.
Yeah, yeah. So, how did you get involved in music, Mike?
I got a tattoo.
That did it.
While I was at the tattoo studio, they were playing this music. They were fixing to do a tattoo convention, and a local band named Monoxide Project had sent them their music, and these two people were sitting there dogging the band
Mm-hmm.
and how they were. Oh, these mother effers, they call me 5 times. He was just doing what he had to do to get booked.
Yeah.
And they were opening up the show was opening up for Travis Meeks,
Okay.
Days of the New.
Yeah.
And so while they're doing this 7-hour tattoo on my leg,
Mm-hmm.
they're playing this music, and I started just jamming out to it. This is one of the best bands I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. They were real big for a little bit.
They were amazing.
Yeah. No, they
And-
were a
and
great
really
band.
they had peaked before I met them,
Mm.
and they still sold out. I saw them open for Smile Empty Soul
Yeah.
at Juanita's Main Street, and the place was completely packed wall to wall. And when they went off the stage, by the time Smile Empty Soul came on, there were 5 people in the bar.
Wow.
That's frustrating to be
It-
Smile Empty
oh,
Soul in that
dude
moment,
was
I'll tell you.
Pissed. He was pissed.
Well, I would be too, probably.
But he
Yeah.
still put on
He did the show.
the best damn show. I mean,
Yeah.
he was playing for me.
No, I've done that before, and you'll understand what I'm saying. I remember when I was mentoring Laura in comedy, and we did a show in Hot Springs, and that's a real weird town. Sometimes you have great crowds, sometimes you don't. But this particular time, there were like 12 people total, and she's like, "Do I have to do a set?" I was like, "You damn sure right you do. These 12 people paid for it. You're going to give them the business,
Yeah.
They stuck around for it too.
Yeah, no, and we did. Now the bad news is, you can make 30 people sound like 100, 12 people sound like 12, no matter what you do. It's hard to beat that one.
Yeah.
You have to do some crowd work or something, because you can't give your regular set on 12 people because your laugh pocket isn't long enough. You'll go through everything too fast.
Yeah, so it's like when you got 100 people in front of you, and you say you got 15 minutes of material. When you're pausing, 15 minutes can be 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're getting good quality laughs,
Yes.
lasting
That's right.
20, 30 seconds per laugh, you can stretch that 15 with
Yeah.
improv and crowd work to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
12 people, the laughs are, even if you're doing well, the laughs is ha ha, stop,
Yeah, because they're all self-conscious, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're in 100 people laughing, you're not worried that your laugh sounds weird.
Right.
When you're in 12 people, you can hear yourself, and you're like, I sound weird. I'm too loud. I'm too happy.
So I did a show. It was Christmas time. Baton Rouge, had to be like 20 years ago. No, maybe 17 years ago. And they, the rule is if you show up, you're supposed to get paid,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a crowd or not.
Yeah.
You're supposed to get paid. So it was like $1,500 for this, but it was a college town. All the kids went home for.
Oh, for
Oh,
holiday.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get there. It's basically 2 people, the club owner and the one waitress.
Oh, wow.
And guy was like, "Well, I still got to pay you." I was like, "Yeah, you got to pay me."
Yeah, no, I
Something he's
did.
gonna
Yeah.
pay me and me leave. He was like, "No, I want a show." So,
Yeah, no, you're going to give me the show for $1,500, dog.
so he sat there, lit a cigarette. He's like, "I want the hour show."
Hey, give me the show,
So
son.
I was like, man, I didn't have an hour just like so. I
For
was like,
one person? No.
oh hell no. So basically, I just started talking about my life. I was like, well, I went to kindergarten, and
You came from the beginning. So when when I swam up my mom's birth canal.
And then I got to maybe 40 minutes, I started my material. It's like, okay.
You got a 15-minute set, and a good 40 minutes of
I
life
tell them,
story.
it's like, comics, like these guys, like I talk to these kids going viral, and they're like, well, how do I do it? I was like, okay, they want them to put together an hour, they maybe got 5 minutes of material. I said, okay, go out there and do crowd work. Try to push the crowd work as far back into the set as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then only start your jokes when you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
And then don't do all your jokes. You know, if you got 7 minutes, do 2 minutes of jokes. Then go back to,
Get
you know,
crowd
and
work.
then and piece it together.
Yeah.
And I remember I was working with Ari Spears a long time ago.
Man, I'm glad to see him back, by the
You
way.
said what?
I'm glad to see him back
What you
out
mean?
there. Well, he kind of disappeared,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I
know
worked with
what
him,
about-
and so it was crazy because he was on Met TV. Stand up wise, he had about maybe I don't know if he would agree or not. Back then, maybe he had 20 minutes, but he had a LA 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I get
LA
you.
20 minutes was like a showcase. It'd be like
Mhm.
an hour of just regular road time.
Yeah.
It was killer. Like it was a murderous 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was phenomenal,
It was
man,
like
in
his
every
voices and
possible
stuff.
way.
It was just, but he sometimes, and I hosted. Sometimes he was doing that method of going to kind of bush in the crowd,
Yeah.
doing some impersonations, and then some nights he was killing so hard he would just do the 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And you know, would have another club owner was like, I need you to go back up there. I was like, fuck, no,
No.
no, you don't need me to do anything.
No.
So he would have to go back up there and bullshit him, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and kind of pull some shit out of his ass because he would just be killing so hard he would forget to do the stop, let
Yeah.
him calm down, you know, to eat the time up. type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, but man, what a great performer! What a great voice actor!
Yeah.
Voice characters. I
Yeah.
mean, his impersonations of some of the rappers, phenomenal.
His control and like the pitch and just sounding exactly like them.
Yeah, no,
Amazing.
it's crazy.
Another level.
And Jay Farrow is real
Oh,
good like
man.
that too, but his
Yeah.
stand up is not as.
Uh,
Aries is really good. Like he's top tier stand up to
He
me.
does it like him. Who's the other guy that does the football player? Damn.
Oh, you talking about Frank?
Frank Caliendo.
Yeah,
Him,
Caliendo.
Maria Bamford. Yeah, he's not. His stand up is not seamless. He doesn't know how to
Transition it as well.
to make it like a blanket, like so
Yeah.
it all feels natural.
Mhm.
The ones that do the characters great, it just feels like a natural story. You know,
Yes.
you don't want to feel a guy setting a character up. You know, when they
Mhm.
go, imagine, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and blah, blah, walk into
Right.
the room. That's a bad version. You know, somebody just kind of seamlessly does the characters, mix it in. That's what you want.
I agree with that. I think you're right about that. I sure do. Mike, now, you guys, back when you were doing music and stuff, you have run into lots of big bands. Who is the celebrity that you met, the music star, that, you were like, damn, I can't believe it.
The entire band Tool.
Cool. Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man,
It is-
that's pretty phenomenal, really.
No, actually, tell you the truth, Tool they were great, but Corn,
corn.
I was waiting to get paid,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting at this big ass show, and Corn walks by off the stage with full
Yeah, their
costume
regalia on. Yeah.
and they all like looked at me, shook my hand because we had been talking earlier when they were normal people.
Yeah.
It was like it was better than seeing Kiss in makeup, man. And,
Yeah.
and it's for our era, Kiss was
Yeah, well, they were big. Yeah, they were
the
huge. Yeah.
juggalos of the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And oh my God, they were good. Ivan Moody,
Super
same,
nice.
Same situation. I'm waiting to get paid, and Ivan walks up and stands in line behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn around, so, oh, Ivan, man, hey, man, it's great to meet you. And he asked me what my name was.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like any other dude
Yeah.
standing behind you.
Yeah, when I met him, he was absolutely, the whole band, as a matter of fact, was
Yeah.
absolutely as nice as they could be. I mean, they were really, now they were newer then, and I'm sure, but
They
every
were
story,
brand new then.
almost every story I've ever heard about them, other than his drinking issues, has been that people love them.
Yeah.
They do a lot for veterans. They do a lot of things. They're real good guys.
They
I
are
think.
really good people. Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
The whole band, Alter Bridge, came. I brought my son to Edge's Twisted Christmas
Yeah.
at University Cinema,
Mm-hmm.
the Big Potato.
Yeah.
And
The Village.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole band, walked over and passed me by and talked to my 10-year-old son.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, that's cool.
they were epic.
That's
I
dope.
mean, yeah, I get a little emotional about it because they were like, "You're staying out of school, or you're going to school. You're staying off drugs.
Yeah.
You need to mind your."
Say, are you staying off drugs? Here's a joint.
Yeah, they were amazing. Alter Bridge.
That's awesome. Man.
Alter Bridge was
After this,
amazing.
stay off drugs.
Yeah, I was just talking to someone the other day about Tool, and I was like, I wonder. You don't see Maynard just talk a lot, do a lot of interviews and stuff like that. But I was like, I wonder if, he was an arrogant guy. But your take was they were pretty nice.
Oh, they were super nice. Miles Kennedy, especially.
Yeah.
So that guy's phenomenal.
Yeah, of course.
Everything he does, he's top notch.
Yeah.
Roller. Oh my God. But especially, I don't even remember the drummer's name. But that guy, he was acting like a cool uncle to my kid.
Yeah.
They during sound check and everything. That was just
That's
awesome.
dope, man. That's
Awesome
dope.
people.
Yeah. That's cool to have those kind of experiences with artists. You love it when you meet an artist and they're actually, and that's something we've been talking about lately is you're seeing a real shift in the mentality of what we call celebrities. Because, you got a lot of people leaving Hollywood and they're going to Nashville, they're going to Atlanta, and you're seeing the success is coming from the Post Malones and the Jelly Rolls and these artists out there who are really connecting to fans. I mean, look, I don't love Taylor Swift's music at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think I could recognize her song in a lineup, but nonetheless, I do recognize and respect the fact that she connects with fans really powerfully. That's what's working now versus the old, I'm up here and you're down here mentality. I think the internet has shifted that to where we're no longer willing to accept that, because everybody's so accessible now.
Yeah, accessibility.
Yeah, used to be to see a celebrity was something special. That's why people watched award shows,
Right.
not because they like award shows. Award shows have always sucked ass, but it was the only time you'd see a celebrity, unless it was in a movie or once in a while in an interview. So just to get a peek at Ryan Reynolds or whomever it may be, you'd watch the Oscars. Now nobody watches the Oscars because they suck. I don't have to. I can just get online and see anything I want with Ryan Reynolds, And so now the demand of the consumer is you be approachable and not a dick, or you're going to start losing money.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, really. I like seeing people be, more humble, more down to earth. I know that, like when Five Finger Death Punch came here, when Jelly Roll came here, both of them were doing things in the community for people.
Wow.
And like Five Finger Death Punch, I think the time before last they came, they were helping the Van, which is a charity that helps the homeless here. And they bought a bunch of sleeping bags and things like that for them. So, seeing these folks get in the community is really, I think it's changing the game.
Okay.
You watch like Mr. Beast online. Do you know who that is, Mr. Beast? No.
You don't know who that is.
That's all right. That's all right. He's an internet celebrity who's become massive.
Okay.
But his thing is he gives stuff away all the time. He's always giving money away. He's giving
Locks people in stores and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of these things are helping regular people now.
Okay.
And that's the big thing. You like Mr. Beast?
I like the stuff that he does. I like his content.
Yeah.
Where he locks the people in the stores and you can stay here. I'll pay you $100 an hour, or whatever it is, and they try to get like to $1 million, $100,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, they had one poor bastard on that show that, and I guess he does this every once in a while. He has his own channel on Roku, and they do a lot of reality type contests, where people are competing for things. But then this guy, they said, we're going to give you $250,000 here, okay? But you're going to have to, cover it and all these things, because what we're going to do is we're going to try to blow it up with these mortars we have here. We're going to launch bombs at it. And if there's anything left, you get to keep it.
Wow.
By the way, there was not a damn thing left. It was charred and gone, man. I was like, oh, you poor bastard, man. He worked for hours putting concrete stuff over it, all these things over it.
Just blew it all to hell.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It just didn't matter at all, man. It didn't matter. What do you, when you're not doing stand up, what are you watching? What do you enjoy watching?
You talking about outside stand up?
Yeah. Outside
A
scenes.
lot of documentaries. Man, I have to kind of pull myself, whatever my lady wants to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
there you
answer.
go.
It's a good answer. Yeah.
Army wives.
You know, I mean, I'm so hypnotized into it. It's like I have to kind of follow her guide. She kind of pulls me away, like, what I'm saying? Because I spend so much time kind of focused on it. So
Yeah.
whatever,
Okay.
I,
What,
go
Mike, what are you watching? What's hot right now for you? What are you into besides porn?
I just watch YouTube all the time. That's my TV.
No, that's fine. What are you watching on YouTube? What's your channel? What's your
On
thing?
YouTube. I've just been watching news.
News.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
You like
just
the news.
really hang out news. There's a channel right now called Escape from Rural France. It's a guy who just bought a chateau in France from Great Britain.
Okay.
He bought a chateau in France, so he's redoing the chateau and
Oh, that's cool. That's
kind of
interesting.
stuff I like.
Yeah.
He's remodeled. I like art. I've been architecture guy since I was in architecture in school. So,
Yeah.
I just love that sort of thing.
Okay. What are you watching right now, Chad? What's hot for you?
I mean, I'm like him, like whatever's streaming, like mainly on like Stars or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm just and whatever the wife, like I
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
suit, man. Like
Yeah.
100,000% for that. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I've been unfortunately watching some reality shows.
Wow, which one? Which
I
one?
know you're following.
Yeah. Well, I watch lots of different ones, really, but my wife had me watch House of Villains is the name of it.
Okay.
It's a newer one. It's only been on a couple of years, and it's all the C-list celebrities they bring in, and
Yeah.
they have to compete to be, the greatest villain. And it's hosted by Joel McHale, who I like. Joel McHale, I think he's very funny. I like snarky comedians,
Yeah.
and Joel is high up there for me in snark level.
Mm.
So yeah, so we watched all of that, and then we just finished another one called The Summit, which is where they had a group of people trying to get to the top of a mountain. It's all about voting somebody out along the way.
You know,
To
everything is a vote now. Like
Yeah.
my lady likes the Voice, that show where you have to
Oh
hear
yeah.
Oh,
people
okay,
sing
yeah.
blind and they turn around if
Yeah.
they're
I
good.
kind of like The Voice too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been around a long time. It's very popular. I've seen it before. I don't watch it regularly, but she likes that a lot.
Yeah, like those kind of shows, like America's Got Talent and all the different talent
Yeah,
shows.
Idol and
That, or what else?
X Factor.
Or like the reality dating shows where like they're coupling people in a
Oh,
house that
yeah.
are like,
Temptation Island.
yeah, like stuff like that where like their
Yeah.
couples are trying to make it as a couple.
Love Island.
Remember
Temptation. They're
Cheaters?
always on an island, huh?
Cheaters.
Oh hell yeah, Cheaters is a classic, man.
I used to love
I
that
still
show,
watch
man.
Cheaters sometimes,
It'd
man.
come on
That's
late
great.
at night, at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night on Saturdays.
Yeah, that dude with the glasses was way too excited to tell you that your girl was doing something, man. You could see he was fighting it.
You think she's faithful? Let me show you
Let me
something.
see.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this right here.
You love her, right? You think she's good, right? You want to be with her, right?
Look at
yeah,
this.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't you watch this video?
Did that change?
Is that her mouth there, sir? Is that her mouth? I don't know. I can't tell.
What is she doing?
But she said she loved you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch these guys break in real time.
Man.
It's just like the scared straight in reverse, It's, you know what I mean? It's like,
See the
oh,
PTSD,
This is
like,
her leaving the
setting
house limping. This is her leaving.
yeah. With his ball cap on.
And his sweater.
Yeah, and his sweater. That's the worst when they take the sweater. You know what that? Yeah. All right, let's do this, shall we? We need to. Okay. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. All right. Let's see what the people are saying here. Good morning, beautiful people. That's Kristen.
Good morning.
She said, I love Laura in all caps. Yeah, no, everybody does. Trust me. There's nobody who doesn't love Laura. She's the best. Amanda said, good morning. What's up?
Good morning. Good morning.
Curtis said from yesterday, who doesn't know Riley Reid? LOL. That's a porn star. We know you know her. Let's see. Who does? Who said that? You know her? Oh yeah, no, he knows who she is. Okay, let's see. What's his name? Megasha? Megasha said, great show. Thank you, Megasha. Appreciate you. Artists are human. Yeah, no, that's true. Good morning, Patrick. That's Lindsay Kasich. Hey, what's up, Lindsay? Good morning, CJ. What up, guys? Drew said. Kevin, good morning. Kendall, he said, Friday badass. Good morning, dudes. What's up, Kendall Wright? And Latasha said, good morning. Good morning, Latasha. Don't forget that you can always go over to patrickandthepeople.com if you want to be on the show. You know somebody that should be on the show, just go over to the website and submit that in there. And, man, we'd love to have you on. If you're looking for advertising, we can also do that for you. We've got limited slots available, but we got great deals, $300 and up for a month. So that's a hell of a deal on advertising. So get with us on that. All right, let's get back to it and talk about this. I think this is really crazy, or interesting at least. Not in just a little over a month, lawmakers in Arkansas will have a chance to decide whether they're going to approve expanding and restoring gun rights to nonviolent felons. On Monday, they introduced a bill. If approved, it would restore the right for nonviolent felons to possess a firearm. This person said, I like to use the analogy of a hot check. If an individual created a hot check 30 years ago and changed their ways, now it's been 10 years, they haven't any more challenges, they should have the opportunity. It's not the first time it's been presented. Back in 2023, they tried to do it, but it didn't pass. But they're hoping that with the addition of a few changes, like adding more restrictions on who immediately can buy it, it'll make a difference. What do you think, man? You think that nonviolent felons, should they get gun rights back?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
Yeah. I think so.
I absolutely agree with that.
The more people carrying, the safer we are.
No, I agree with that too, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, look, if everybody's got one, you're probably not going to pull yours out, you know? I mean, that's just a fact. But I do think it's great that they get the rights back to them. I think all the rights, basically, you know, that's what we talked about earlier is prison sets you up for failure instead of success.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds weird to say, but I mean, the truth is you come out and you're branded. You got a scarlet letter, and it's hard to overcome that when you get back out in the real world.
A lot of people come out with an attitude too.
Well, yeah, wouldn't you?
I would.
Get on the mic, though, Mike.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can I use the bathroom, boss? You know, that sort of thing. It's
Funny.
I've seen a lot of people who've been in prison for years that come out defeated. I don't know. It's
Sure.
some kind of a.
Well, I do think some of that is, we were talking about that yesterday. Some of that's a state of mind. You know, some of that is what you want to do with your life when you get out. And because there are people I know who went to prison, who've come out and who have very successful careers and lives right now.
Yeah.
Very successful.
Yeah.
Some people who also went for the same reason, same time, same situation, have not. And some of that is state of mind. It's making a decision that when you get out, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And I know that's easier said than done, but it doesn't help if you set them up to fail, where it's hard to get a job or, hard to do anything, defend yourself, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so you pay your dues.
Yeah, you should have a clean slate when you come out. I mean, that's what's supposed to happen, but that's not what happens, and that's a problem. By the way, if you didn't see Joe Exotic yesterday, when I interviewed him, great interview. He was extra spicy. He'd been in the hole for 4 days, and he was pissed off and had a lot to say about it. So be sure and check that out because it was a great interview with him. Really interesting talking to him. He calls in every week now.
How's he doing?
Man, he's not doing well. I mean, he's not. No, he's really not. He's struggling because he can't get his appeal heard. And if you go to, I feel for him because if you go to joeexoticofficial.com and you look at a large volume of stuff they have there, videos, people confessing things, documents, all these things that seem to exonerate him from most of the crime that he was charged with, And so he feels, he's fighting, but he feels defeated a lot. I guess he is happy he met a guy in prison and, they want to get married now. And it's a federal prison. It's not like I asked him about it. It's not, he said there aren't any bars. There's no locks. It's like a dorm, basically, but he still had to go to isolation for 4 days and he was pissed off about it. Now, You know, he's Joe Exotic. He speaks his mind sometimes, and that may not always be the environment where they invite that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sometimes they don't exactly solicit your opinion, and when you give it, it can be a problem. You know, but
How much more time does he have?
they gave him life.
Damn.
I know, right? That's
Shit.
the problem. That's exactly right. That's the same thing I say is, look, I watch the ID channel. I've seen people kill mugs or take them hostage, you know, and they get 10 years, 12 years, they're back out on the street.
Yeah.
This guy was allegedly in a conspiracy to commit murder, never made it to the state
Mm.
where the person was to murder him, never tried to murder him, but you're going to give him life in prison? I mean, come on, man. I mean, at least you got to get a shot off to get life in prison.
Yeah.
I would think.
You have to attempt.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of it seems contrived and set up. I think honestly that I really do believe he was railroaded. Now, I'm not saying that he's helped himself at times. You know, at times he's very spicy. You know, and that can cause problems.
A lot of
for him.
pushback.
Yeah.
A lot of it come from that bitch, Carol Baskin.
Well, yeah. That's how the whole thing started, wasn't it? That's how the whole thing started,
I
wasn't
went
it?
back and watched some of his old his old videos that he
Yeah.
did. Oh my God, they were so great.
Oh no, they were phenomenal,
Oh,
man.
man, he was awesome.
He's entertaining as hell.
He had his own TV channel.
Yeah, no, he was super entertaining. When he was running for governor, that was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my
God,
life.
it was awesome.
He said, what was he said? He said, I'm gay, but that guy right there is a lot gayer than I am. No, he was great, man. I mean, look, he had
He's a character. He's
two guys at the same time that he was married or dating or whatever you want to call it in the series. Both of them were straight before him.
Start off straight.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, his conversion rate is high. I mean, man, that's a great conversion rate because that's every guy thinks that, you know, oh, you give me a chance, I'll turn them. I can do it. It's me, man. I'm the one, you know. But you know, I'm like, wow, that's pretty impressive, bro. That you can convert like that. You know, makes me a little
He was
nervous.
like, how do you know you're not gay? Like, hold on,
Right.
man. I don't know. My answer would be like, I don't want to know I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got nothing against it.
No, it's just an instinct. You know, I feel like maybe I'm not. You know, I don't know.
I don't feel gay.
Yeah. Well, but 20 minutes later, they were. 3 hours later, dude's knocking teeth out. You know,
if you, my problem is like, if you turn me gay, like at least you're just gonna be with me. Like I'm not gonna share the guy that turns me gay.
So if you're gonna be gay, you're gonna be monogamous gay.
Sir, come on now.
Just gay for one person? Or are you?
I mean,
gay?
like now I got a husband-in-law or something or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Like what?
It's a real mixed up situation in here. I get it.
I'm confused enough already.
Yeah, I've still not figured out how to master the one race or one species I'm trying to work with, women. You know what I mean? I'm still
Only thing I'm
struggling there.
mastering is baiting.
I don't know what that means. I have no idea what you're. Yeah, no. I do it now. Now we're done with that.
Not going down that rabbit hole.
All right. No, definitely
I'm
not.
not even good at that. I mean,
No, don't say that. Hey, as a matter of fact, let me switch gears here. Let me bring up this amazing artist, Christine DeMeo. Come up here.
Christine.
Yeah, just come have a seat. We'll just visit for a minute before we do something. Have some music from you. So let me pull this. And just get right. You have to get right on this mic because it filters out the background. How are you today, first of all?
I'm awake.
Well, good. Yeah, it's early, isn't it?
Yeah, it is early.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
see.
good.
I see it. You know, I get it. We're thankful that you jumped up and got in here early for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me out.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Christine is an amazing artist and vocalist. Tell people about your music, a little bit about kind of how you came up and how you got in music.
Oh gosh, I think everybody in Arkansas starts off playing music in church. Honestly,
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Wow.
That's true. It is common.
but then I realized that I didn't want to be in there anymore, so I got out. And I
Yeah.
started playing the bar scene and just kind of started doing my thing and playing acoustic guitar and playing just singing. I didn't actually like playing covers, man. I liked doing original music all the time, and now I'm just a hoe for the money, honestly.
No, that's great.
I
No, I
mean,
appreciate your honesty in that. No, it's,
to be
sometimes that's
real.
what we got to do. We got to play some covers here and there.
Oh, that's all I do now, and I honestly I prefer it just because like it's easy. You
Yeah.
know, I want to play stuff that people are gonna enjoy, so
Yeah.
I
And you know
can.
they're going to get up and have a good time.
So if I play "Don't Stop Believing," the drunk dude in the corner is gonna lose his damn mind, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have a great time.
No,
And
you're right.
you know,
Somehow, some way, that song continues to work.
it does. It's honestly one of those low hanging fruit songs, and I have no shame in playing that for people. So
No, it's like a comedian doing a dick joke. I mean, it's low lying fruit, but it works. It works.
you know.
So how did you get? Who are artists that inspired you?
Oh man, I've got some old school ones that I just really love. Obviously, like Hall and Oates.
Oh, that's a great one.
I do actually really like Journey. I'm
Yeah.
a big Neil Sean fan.
Neil Sean's a great guitarist.
Holy moly! He's
Yeah.
so he's older now,
Yeah, of course he is.
but
Yeah.
I saw him with the new singer at
Steve Cherry.
with the Verizon Arena. I think it was back in the day.
Yeah.
And man, that Neil Sean was just like shredding it on the guitar. His hands are so big, and he's you can tell his hands probably hurt.
Yeah.
But like he's still ripping that guitar, and so that's a good band that I really was into when I was growing up. And then I like Sarah Bareilles. I like some Nora Jones.
Oh yeah, Nora Jones is great.
But yeah, a couple of different
But
things.
you sound
Melissa
like you like a
Etheridge.
lot of soulful music.
Yeah, I do. I like. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a soul singer or anything like that, or a bluesy or anything like that. But I do like some singers. Like I think Melissa Etheridge has a lot of guts to her singing.
Yeah.
I think Sarah Bareilles has a lot of guts to her singing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like a whole
So
bunch of
when
music.
did you realize? At what age did you realize that you sang better than other? Everybody sings, but you were better than a shower singer. When did you recognize? Hey, I really got something here. I know I do.
Just yesterday.
Well, congratulations. Yeah.
Yay.
Today, actually, right now. You just told me that.
Great.
Yeah, I don't actually didn't feel that I was a good singer for years and years and years. And I think other people might agree with that sentiment. But I think really it just came down to I was told if you want to play music for a living, you gotta play an instrument,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta you gotta know how to sing. And I can hear harmony, which is a huge like I guess tool in the arsenal. And so I just thought, oh, I'll be a harmony singer,
Mhm.
I'll be a backup. But in order to play music full time for a living, you
You
can't
can't be a backup.
can't be a backup.
Right. You
So
got to be the star.
yeah, and that I hate that. I don't want to be the star. I just want to be able to play and make money and do what I
You're a
like,
musician's musician. You love it for the love
Yeah,
of it.
I do. I would love to if someone picked me up tomorrow and said, "Hey, come play acoustic guitar for me in this band. I'll take you around the world. You don't have to do it. You don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Just play your guitar." I'd probably do that tomorrow.
Yeah, so the celebrity aspect of it is not even
Bonkers.
remotely
I hate
attractive
it.
to you. You like just the playing part of it,
Yep.
the connecting with the audience through your instrument and your voice.
100%. It's just really for me. It's not even about like the art of it too much anymore. It's about the entertaining art of it.
Yeah.
Like, I love music. I'm always gonna love it, but to see someone out in the audience really just enjoying what I'm doing and I'm creating a vibe and an
Yeah.
atmosphere for them,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, this is what I like doing right here.
Yeah, and I have to say that of all art forms, a singer songwriter, who's up on stage by themselves is as close to stand up as you get. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and you could see like what she said, the effect on people. You know what I'm saying? How you're affecting the person doing your
Yeah.
performance. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how when we're in stand up, we're gauging that nonstop just the
Oh,
same way,
gosh.
and yeah, that's amazing.
You're a thermometer. That's what you are. You're up there just taking the temperature of the room constantly.
Well, but same as you, unfortunately, when you're a solo like that, it's hard to cover mistakes. It's a very naked art form, You know,
Listen, I just tell people, like, listen, if you're not having a good time, it just means that you're not drinking enough.
right?
Because I can guarantee you that the more you drink, the better I'm going to sound, the more fun we're going to have, and the more you're going to tip me.
See, I do not say that at a comedy show because I do want them to drink, but the more they drink, the worse it's probably going to get in the long
Oh,
term.
yeah,
It's-
I guess that's opposite.
No,
for
it's
comedy.
not
and-
quite opposite, but yeah, sometimes, man, they get too rowdy. But with music, it's different. Now, when you're playing, do you just play a complete, amazing variety of music? Do you have?
Oh, man.
How do you approach it?
So I don't have a set list anymore unless I'm playing like with a band.
Right.
But when I'm playing solo, like
You just
last
go do
night,
whatever you feel.
I was sitting at the Ohio Club last night in Hot Springs, and I just do a all request show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a sign. You can text me your request, and I just sit up there and I banter back and forth with the audience, and I just play whatever they want to hear all night long.
You banter
Wow.
back and forth with the audience.
Yeah, like if I'm sitting there and they're just really digging, I'm like, oh, you like this Backstreet Boys song? It's okay, we know about you.
Right.
Like all the guys that are jamming out to the Cyndi Lauper songs that I play,
Yeah.
I'm like, we see you over there. I just want to, I see you.
That's
You
great.
know?
That's great. No, that's great. That's good interaction. It sounds like you're kind of sort of doing a little, anecdotally, a little comedy along the way.
Yeah.
You're kind of having fun with the audience.
I would say I'm sometimes funny, which works for me. I'm okay with that. I don't need 100% success rate all the time,
Yeah, no, I understand. It's not necessary, but I noticed musically that a lot of artists, the bigger artists, have started incorporating more of that into their stage persona. Like an example, Garth Brooks. Hell, half his show is stand up now. Really,
cool.
it's straight stand up comedy.
Oh, he's talking and kind of.
Absolutely. He
Wow.
stops playing music and he starts telling a story with punchlines, with a comedy setup.
Wow.
It is a stand up, half music, half stand up comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it's not to the level of comedy that you might do on stage, Mike. Yeah, Henry, it's not your level.
You're better than
No, clearly you are. It's not like that, but it is stand up. And it entertains the hell out of his audiences, apparently.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people, they want to hear that like T.I., the rapper, he's doing stand up now.
Is he really? I did
Yeah,
not know
Yeah,
that.
he's doing stand up now.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's shocking to me. Actually, he seems like the last person in the world I thought would do stand up.
well, it's two different gear. Like gangster rap versus stand up. Gangster rap is all about bravado and kind of
Yeah.
being braggadocious.
Sure.
Stand up is about humility. You know what I'm saying? And kind
Yeah.
of like being the
Self-deprecating.
self-deprecating and
Yeah.
pointing out your flaws, which
Yeah.
is like two totally opposite things.
Very different.
But the audience gives him room and is very patient with him in his process.
That's interesting. Now, how long has he been doing that?
I think maybe 3 or 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's he doing it at?
A lot of places there. He's selling out. He's selling out places. Have you brought him?
Are you? Are you really? Wow, that's amazing. Well, I would bring him too if I were you. No doubt.
Selling out. Yeah.
He's T.I. He's gonna pack
Yeah,
houses.
yeah, and he
But,
doesn't
is
rap. He lets people
is
know he's not gonna rap.
But is
doesn't
he
rap.
doing comedy rooms or is he doing like?
He's doing
theaters?
He's doing like, I think he's basically doing clubs, and maybe as he gets better, he'll probably go
Yeah.
back up to theaters and arenas. and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out.
So when
but-
you said Garth Brooks, I was like, I think just as entertainers, to have that audience to kind of practice on it, they let you,
Mhm.
and that muscle memory, you can build it.
Yeah, absolutely. You
start to have it.
can do that, and probably over time, just like yourself, Garth Brooks and T.I., they probably recognize and through their crowd work over the years. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I kind of have something here. I kind of got a knack for that. Yeah.
There's a running joke. I don't know if comedians say it too, but us musicians say everyone's a musician. Seriously, there's always some guy in the room that could play guitar.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always somebody who can sing, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, everybody does it.
No, that's a fair point. I love karaoke. I'll sing once or twice, but I like to watch it because people take themselves so seriously at
Oh,
karaoke, man.
They
Like
do.
it's when they get it. Some of these people now, most people are just drunk and having a good time.
Yeah.
But there's 20-25% of them that it's life.
Yeah.
It's their life It's
They don't
their
need to
breath.
read
This
the.
is
They
their
already know the
moment.
song. They don't have to
Oh
read
no,
it.
they've been working this song, bro. They put in more hours than Mariah did, and they think they're about to bring you that Mariah experience. They don't.
Yeah.
They do not bring that experience. But they sure think they do, and they want they're looking for you to see it. It's wild. All right. Well, what we do want to do, I'm going to take a quick intermission just so we can get Christine set up to perform for us. It's going to be an amazing acoustic song from her. So give us just one moment to get this set up, and we'll be right back.
Oh, that's fine. Since I can download it offline, I don't even work.
All right. Let me hold on one second, everybody. Just let me get this situated here. Get this lined out. Okay, here we go. All right, and we're gonna take it in like this. All right, hey, get out of the camera now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring to you an amazing musical performance by Christine DeMeo. Go ahead.
I don't know how amazing this is going to be.
It's going to be amazing.
Guess you should have known by the way you bought your car sideways that it wouldn't last. 'Cause you're the type of person that believes in making out once, love 'em then leave 'em fast. I guess I must be dumb, get a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some of them used. Well, it was Saturday night, I guess it makes it alright to say, baby, what have I got to lose? Honey, I say a little red Corvette. Baby, much too fast. Little red Corvette. You need love that's gonna last. I guess I should have closed my eyes when you drove me to the places where your horses run free. 'Cause I felt a little ill when I saw the pictures of the jockeys that were there before me. Believe it or not, I started to worry. I wondered if I had enough class. Well, it was Saturday night, I guess it makes it alright to say, baby, have you got enough gas? Honey, I say a little red Corvette. Baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette. You need love that's gonna last. See, a body like yours should be in jail, 'cause it's on the verge of being obscene. Move over, baby.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Thank
Hold
you.
on one second. Let me bring this camera back here. Where can they find you online?
You can find me at thechristinedemeo.com. It's my website.
All right.
Or just the Christine DeMeo, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just, I'm on there.
All right. So the Christine DeMeo.
Yep.
You find her on YouTube, find her on her website, find her anywhere on social media. Follow her and get out and see her. Where's your next show at?
Oh gosh, my next show is, I think it's at the Ohio Club, I want to say again, in Hot Springs.
Okay. And when will that be? Do you know?
Thursday.
This coming Thursday.
Yeah, the next Thursday coming up, I believe.
All right. So if you're in the Hot Springs area or anywhere near, get out there and see her because you can see it's going to be a hell of a show. How much are tickets?
Oh man, it's free.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm
That's the
free.
best kind.
Yeah, just come on out, have a drink, put some money in the tip jar.
All right.
That's all required.
Man, that's
it.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for coming out and doing that. That was awesome, Christine. All right. We can bring everybody back in now. Man, that was amazing. That was great. That was great. No, I'm so glad. Stick around. You don't have to leave. Yeah, please feel free to stick around.
I just learned so much about the G chord watching her do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can play a guitar. I don't even know anything. The only chord I know are the ones on the floor here.
Apparently, I could only play one G chord. There's like 8 in her song right there.
That's
Like
right.
a hammer on, I can't even. No, I can't hammer on with my pinky or with my pointy finger.
Who's your say again? Oh yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah. Who is your? I mean, and obviously there's so many, but sentimentally, who's your favorite guitarist of all time?
Oh, Prince.
Prince is.
Prince is the best guitar player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so? He was phenomenal for sure.
Oh my God. yeah.
Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I think, yeah. I
Stevie
like
Ray
Stevie
Vaughan's
Ray
another
Vaughan,
great one.
yeah.
Yeah. No. Do you have a favorite guitarist?
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
choice too, man. What an innovator he was, man. And to be able to play guitar on acid is quite a feat. To be honest with you, that's a special talent right
Set it
there.
on fire and stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean that dude was crazy. He was using eyedroppers to put LSD in. That's how he was doing it. Was via eye drop, and that was back when it was very, very potent stuff they were dealing with. So you can imagine where his guitar solos came from. I mean, it was, but man, what an awesome artist he was. Yeah, I still Eddie Van Halen is sentimentally my favorite. I still love that. I think that style appeals to me. I miss solos in songs. In the 80s, every song had a guitar solo in it.
Yeah.
Now they don't all have guitar solos, and I like the guitar solo. I wish they'd bring it back more. Who else did you like on guitar?
Well, locally, I don't know if people know this. Arkansas has some of the best musicians in the world. Luke Shoemaker, man. I mean,
Luke Shoemaker's phenomenal.
It
Yeah,
was just
obviously.
a normal dude
Yeah,
from Arkansas, from
Yeah.
Oxide.
yeah.
So you got Kish Moody,
Mhm.
Kendall Wright. That my buddy Kendall Wright has the ability to not only write songs and music, but he can put together a band of phenomenal people. He's
Yeah,
done it twice.
yeah.
Fire in the Park was a hellacious band back in the
Mhm.
day,
Hmm.
and then At War's End was the band that I helped promote.
Yeah, of
a
course.
lot.
Yeah.
And man, they're both. You could search for either one of those bands on YouTube, and you will find videos that are phenomenal of both
Mhm.
of those bands. Kish Moody is from an Oxide Project.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Phenomenal guitar.
Yeah, I need to have him in here, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So let him know.
I'll
I
tell
Kish,
him.
I'm out to you, man. Come on. Need you in here, buddy.
I'll tell him.
Who is a music, an artist that is a guilty pleasure for you? You you listen to it on the down low. I'm exposing you now. Who is it?
Does it matter what genre?
I don't give a damn.
Seal for me. It's Seal.
Seal, man.
I love his vocals, man.
Man, we were listening to Seal last night, believe it or not, at the house. Yeah,
Okay.
man, we sure were. We were listening to, it was old school soul R&B last night.
Yeah.
So we were getting down to some Keith Sweat and some,
Oh, yeah.
some Avant and, folks like that, man. Yeah, we were getting down, man. What you want to,
You want to switch places?
Oh, no,
You just sang once. Come over and talk. Come on over here and talk.
I'm
She's listening. I feel her. I feel her energy. I got you, Christine. You're all right. Yeah. Who's your guilty pleasure song or artist?
I Want It That Way. The Backstreet Boys. I love that. I love
Good
singing
song.
that song.
I mean,
You love singing it.
Oh my God, man! I do
man.
drunken karaoke on my
do
YouTube.
you have
channel.
like a theatrical stage performance for it? Like you've got the dance moves. And
Oh no,
stuff?
it's just a lot of moonshine. Sometimes moonshine in the middle of a song and a vomit session and come
Yeah,
back.
that sounds right. I would vomit if I sang it,
Yeah.
but I mean, I love it for you.
It's moonshine.
Chad, scooch over here, Hat Boy.
I'm out of the way, ain't I?
Yeah,
That's my name now, Hat Boy.
Hat Boy. Yeah. So what's your guilty?
Probably Usher.
Why would you feel guilty about Usher's
No,
the
man.
best?
I don't. It's just not my.
Because it's not your genre typically.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix that camera. Let me go back. Hold on. Here. Hold on. I got to fix this. Hold on one second, because I messed it up.
That's my shot.
There we go. There we go. Now you can control the cameras again, Brandon. Now tell me again, who was it?
Usher.
Usher. Yeah. No, man. Usher's awesome.
I just wouldn't be riding
Yeah.
around town just blaring out my car.
I would definitely do that with Usher. Yeah. No, I'll still bump. Yeah, with Little John and Usher. That's old as hell. I'll still
It makes
bump
the
it.
Challenger look a little weak, man.
I
Yeah.
had a buddy.
Oh, I can
That's
see
your
what.
challenger out there. Okay.
yeah.
I
I
can
had a
see.
buddy who would be driving down Geyer Springs and he'd be bumping Two Live Crew. We want
Yes.
some action.
Oh, yeah.
He was like looking at pulling up next to chicks and he just
Yeah. No, did that work for him? I think
never, not once. No.
Not one time. No.
We all were laughing at him. Like, you're just ruining out.
Yeah, no, Two Live Crew never helped a single guy get
Oh,
a date. Not
man.
one time, I'll be honest
I
with
can
you.
sing
No.
that song too, though.
No, I don't want you to. Nobody wants
I
that.
can rap the hell out of
Yeah,
that.
no, I bet you could. Yeah, no, that's impressive, by the way. Who's your favorite hip hop artist, man?
Hip hop. Like what you talking about? Just like straight rap, LL Cool J stuff like that.
Rap, hip hop, whatever. Yeah.
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 LL.
LL,
Yeah.
old school.
go
Ladies
wrong
love
with
Cool
that, yeah.
James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Man, you know what? He was really a pioneer and quite a wordsmith in the day.
Yeah.
But really what it was about him, two things. Number one, girls really love how he looks. And he goes and licks those lips about 80
Funny.
times a song, and
Funny.
that helps. But
It's crazy. Like
he was a vibe.
how important like how, like even in my career choice, how important vanity is. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like looks matter.
Yeah, no, that's true. They do. And he says he's never smoked, drank, nothing. He's never put anything in his body
Mm.
that wasn't healthy for him. And he
Yeah.
looks like that. I'll be honest with you. He doesn't look like the Rock that steroided out. I think he's pretty natural.
You talking about the Rock. Now I was so happy when I finally started drinking. I was like upset with myself that it took
That
so
it
long.
took that long?
Yeah.
Why did it take so long?
Because I was like trying to be like what be healthy and
Oh,
not
yeah.
not
No,
not
be
messing.
that guy.
Yeah, but I had I was just going up sober for years on stage, and just and I started drinking. It helped me to deal with the people not liking me.
Right.
So until they like you, it's like just having people stare at you like you suck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It does create anxiety.
It does wear on you. It's like so that's what like I started drinking to kind of be numb to their
Yeah.
mean faces, and
Yeah.
then, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, when you don't care, it doesn't matter. Yeah, no.
you can work through like sometimes it takes an audience 6 or 7 minutes before they kind of get you.
Yeah.
And before I would just stiff that whole time before I start to relax, just relax, and then now I can kind of enjoy
Now
it.
you can understand what that tension that's building is
Yeah.
and how
So
it's
now
gonna
it's like
break.
it's people say you have to not care. I don't agree with that because not caring means you're not there. For
Right.
me, if I don't care, that means I'm not there.
No, you're not
I'm not
giving
gonna
your
pretend
all.
like I don't give a fuck because if I didn't give a fuck, I
Right.
wouldn't even come up here.
Right. No,
So
that
obviously
makes
I
sense.
care on some levels. I just need to I just need to be more cavalier and not take myself so seriously. So that for
Yeah.
me, that's what the alcohol was for. It's like
No,
just
I
to-
get that.
just to not take myself so seriously.
That's the only way I can karaoke too.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
There's
That's
no
where I
sober
started doing
karaoke
the
for me.
drinking.
Yeah.
There'll never be a sober karaoke
so-
moment.
No.
It's like, that's what alcohol does for me. It's like, okay, I don't need it as much anymore. Definitely leaned it on a little bit more
Yeah.
when I was in my past. I think alcohol was my talent for like 10 years.
That's a special skill. That's a special skill.
I was like, yeah, I need my talent. Just walking to her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, it was such a part of my wife's act. She had a special cup made, a bedazzled cup that says it's not vodka, you know,
I remember that.
because it was vodka all the time. It was always
whenever I see
vodka.
a comedy special and someone's drinking like water out of a like a water bottle, or whatever, like I'm like, that's vodka.
Yeah, no,
not
that's
fucking water.
yeah, that's not water, man. Come on, man. No, definitely vodka. You're right. Yeah. What about you, Chad? What as far as favorite rap artist?
Probably Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Lil Wayne to me is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, no, he's to me the
It's
best.
upsetting he's not going to be on the Super Bowl.
Man,
Throw
screw that,
out
man.
there,
That's crazy,
that.
man. I'm sorry.
I mean, but you got to go. They had to go with the hottest person at the time. Kendrick is the hot guy right now.
It's his town, though, man.
Yeah. I could never put Kendrick above Wayne, but I
No.
understand what you're saying. I mean, he had that big hit song because of the beef with Drake, and it is a good song. I mean, it's catchy as hell, know. And I like it. I mean, it's hard not to like the song. I'm a Drake fan, so I'm kind of mad at Kendrick right now.
Funny.
I'm Team Drake on this one.
Funny teams, right?
I think that's a gang.
You can't be Team Drake. What's the problem with that, man? I can't be Team Drizzy.
I mean, I'm not. I'm more of a Wayne fan than both of them. So
Yeah, me
it's
too.
like we're talking about lyricists. Drake is kind of a ladies' man. And,
you're
he's
right.
very melodic and storyteller and just kind of like that guy. That you're like, okay, cool.
Wayne said he never wrote anything down. He says he does it all.
No, he
in his
did
head.
at first, and then he stopped.
Yeah.
He said
Google.
when he found out Jay-Z didn't write stuff down, he said he found out Jay-Z and Biggie didn't write stuff, so that's when he kind of stopped.
I don't know about
I
Biggie.
still write my jokes. All my jokes are
Me too.
I can show you all my material.
Well, I mean, I think most comedians at least write a skeleton.
Yeah.
Now, when you're on stage, you'll have ad libs that become incorporated into the longer term set.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, I mean, there's always a skeleton at least.
You know what I'm upset about now is that like hot topics don't last that long. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, back in the day before we just had constant news coming to our pockets and our phone every day, you could, if something happened, like remember the Clinton years or something happened,
You could milk
talk
it for a
about
long
that for
time.
like 6 months to a year, a hot
Yeah.
topic. Now the news cycle changes so quickly. If you think of a good Trump joke or a good whatever joke,
It's gone in a week.
Yeah, like by the next week, there's a totally new, different thing.
No, that's so true, and that is one of the things, that 24-hour nonstop
News cycle,
news cycle. Yeah.
it constantly changes, and then you start to forget, like, what were we excited about last week?
Right now, you don't
It was an
remember.
uproar, like I can't even remember what
Yeah.
we were, pissed off about or whatever.
Yeah. I'm
Was it-
pissed again, but I
Yeah.
don't know why I was pissed last time.
like it's
yeah.
crazy, man. So,
No, yeah, everybody was just pissed for a minute. That's
like
for
we
sure.
talking about the CEO guy, but 2 weeks from now it's gonna be something totally different.
Oh no, you're right. I mean, it's hot for the moment, but
Yeah.
you're exactly right. 2 weeks from now, something else will happen. Elon Musk will have something happen, and we'll be talking about him again. It does.
Diddy will pop back up.
Diddy. You don't want Diddy to pop in. He don't need to pop nothing.
No.
Enough popping.
What do you think? Do you
Poor
think?
Diddy.
What do you think in reality about the Diddy situation? Do you think that where there's smoke, there's fire, or do you think it's a pile on?
What do you mean?
Do you think Diddy did it? Is
I
Diddy
mean-
that guy?
Is Diddy the
You
diddler?
I don't think he's any more of a villain than what he was set up and made to be.
Uh-huh.
I think he was more of someone who just kind of go between artists, regular people, and super rich and famous.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably a pimp to to fame and fortune.
Yeah.
And when they get tired of you, or whoever the powers to be is like, okay, we're done with you.
Mm-hmm.
And my interest is like, who's the new Diddy? Because they're still doing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know,
somebody's the new
Those
Diddy.
parties are still going on in those
Mhm.
situations. Those people, those demons are still being fed. Somebody's still supplying them the things they need.
Well, I think I do think that the Hollywood sex lifestyle still goes on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that maybe I'm hopeful that we're beginning to break the Diddies, so to speak, that do that. Where that people admit it out faster. Because everybody knew about R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about apparently
I
Louis
mean, but
C.K.
they seem to have lost their ability to recognize talent. Like it's like they don't know talent unless they can fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
It's
you're
like
right.
I gotta have
you're
sex
right.
with you first before I'll
Right.
know if you're, actually got the gift or not.
Well, and I know that. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Well, I'm
I-
gonna give you the gift. You're a
you
kid.
know, I
I'm
have
gonna
the
give
gift
the
for
gift
you.
to kids. So,
Well, you look at all these artists who, in a rearview mirror, it's like, wow, did you mess up Bieber? Is that you? Did you do that? I mean,
yeah.
did you really do Usher up? I mean, what's up, man? I mean, now I don't know. I get that they were probably to some extent complicit in their own issues
Yeah.
with this, because they showed up for the party. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
As an artist myself, and people I communicate with, they're like, you shouldn't be willing to sell your soul. It's certain things you shouldn't be willing to do. But when it's right there, like it's almost like a heaven,
right.
and it's you one penis away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Just one. Just one.
And you think
One
There's
penis
one
away.
penis
like I'm
between
one
you
penis away, and
this album
look,
dropping.
and if you've been if
That's
you're
a great way to look at
you're
it.
a
man.
child
Awesome way
performer,
to think about it.
and you've been performing since your parents have been grooming you to perform since you were like 2 or 3 or 4. Now you're in your 20s, and this is this your dream, like your whole life,
Yeah,
like going to the NFL or going to the NBA.
yeah.
And this guy's like, okay, just I just come around this desk real quick, and
And
you'll
get
be
this
on your way.
contract, yeah.
And I think the problem is the people that did it and didn't ever get it. You know what I'm saying? Those are the
Oh,
people
man.
like
Oh, I bet they're the ones that are really mad.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
Like,
like
hold on, I did
nothing.
that for nothing.
Yeah, those are the people. Those are the people you're having problems from.
Well, it's interesting to watch it play out because so many of because they said they had a list of names, that A-list names, right?
Uh-huh.
But all these A-listers have come and paid off the complainant, so they all get millions and walk
Bought the
away.
tape. Yeah,
Yeah, they
It's like,
basically buy the tape,
I mean, but they put you, I guess when the system works correctly, they put you in a position to where you won't be affected by the consequences of what's taking place. So,
Mhm.
and everybody's being real hush hush, and no, I was never there. 5 years ago,
Right.
it's like, yeah, I was there, I had a great time.
Yeah,
This
no.
year's like I was never there, or I was only there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
everybody's kinda
Jamie
scared.
Foxx, that's what
I
he
left at
said. He
9
said, I left at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I just stopped by, just looked over.
did you leave at 9?
So-
I don't know. Did you?
It's just for me. I'm just really interested in 6 or 7 years from now when we begin to see like what the new. I don't think any of it is going away. Like I don't believe
Yeah,
that
I hear
like
you.
we
You just
bust-
think you moved it's a
and
shell game.
It's a different
Whack-a-mole.
It's it's
Whack-a-mole.
it's a different terrorist now.
Mhm.
We just don't know. They're just like going underground. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Before it was hitting, but it was kind of in plain sight. Now they kind of learn from their mistakes.
All right, so let me ask you this. R. Kelly,
Mhm.
I know that we all agree that what happened was wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, whatever he did, what he was convicted of, right?
Okay. Underage girls.
Pete on somebody?
Yeah. Well, that's not illegal at all.
Okay, yeah.
But when she's underage, it might be. But do you disavow his music now?
I mean, first of all, like I was raised in the '90s, and I lost a lot of girlfriends to older men. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
guys that were just picking up chicks,
Yeah,
dudes in their early 20s that would be circling the high schools.
yeah.
So
Which is so.
you know what I'm saying? And those girls weren't sad. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Those 16, 17-year-old
No,
girls,
you're right.
they
You're
were
right.
getting picked up by adult men. They didn't come back to school unhappy.
No, you're
You know,
right.
They came
yeah.
back with new shoes and new clothes and
Yeah. No,
and,
you're
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And kind of parading and masquerading like around us, like we were like the people that were just having sex with.
No, we
people our
always
age.
had the high school girls dating the college guy.
Yeah,
and-
like
and
that.
yeah.
They weren't sad. So I think they kind of did R. Kelly the same way they're doing P. Diddy's. Like after you stop making hits and you stop feeding the machine with money or whatever influence, then it's like, okay, the time is
Mhm.
up. No, I mean, I was never a big R. Kelly fan, so it wasn't like it was a hard choice.
No?
I never
Okay.
listened to his music like
I'm
that.
just saying. I mean, I know he did wrong, but if Ignition comes on, I'm still
Funny.
turning it up. I can't not. I mean, it's that good. You hot and fresh
I
out the
just-
kitchen, a remix.
A lot of those guys just got so like blatant that like like even the dudes that did it, like they knew it was wrong. Like when you're doing wrong, you should
Well, of course, you know.
yeah, like when you're around that couple and they just start fighting right in front of you, like you guys are going too far. Like
Right.
this
Right.
is like you're not being sensitive to us that don't do that.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't tell me Harvey Weinstein didn't know he was doing wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's like, yeah, you want the role? I can give you the
I
role.
got you to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
you
I have
got
enough
him.
power influence that even if you tell somebody, they're not going to believe you or they're not going to invest in.
Yeah, I'll destroy you
Yeah.
before you can do anything.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he probably did.
Yeah,
you know.
He could. Yeah, he could.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we ever going to see the Jeffrey Epstein list?
No.
too powerful of people, isn't it?
Or find out what happened to him.
What do you mean find out what happened to him? You know what happened. He hung himself, right?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, he sure did. And OJ didn't do it either,
yeah.
by the way. Yeah.
They just
Oh,
had
I
the
just think
main
they got a new
Epstein guy
system
on
now.
The View.
Huh?
They just had the main Epstein guy on The View.
Which main Epstein guy?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, is he the
They
main
had
one?
that picture of him in a dress doing this shit.
Oh, he did have a picture of
Like
Bill
right when you walk in the mansion on Epstein Island, there's this.
There was a
picture
giant
of Bill Clinton.
painting
in a
of
dress.
Bill Clinton in a dress.
Mm.
That is actually true,
Mm.
which is an odd painting to have.
But I mean, that shows you power. Like you got the president in a
Yes.
dress. Like that's.
Well, I don't know
power.
if it's power, but it's
I mean,
weird.
It's weird, but
And
it's
he comes
like
there
Hollywood
regularly.
power. Yeah,
Yeah, that is. That is a good point. He did visit a little bit here and there,
that's
didn't he?
weird.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, he was married to Hillary.
It's like,
Oh man.
I mean, almost
Yeah,
anything.
But I've met. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a feminine man or being a masculine woman.
I agree with
That's
that.
not illegal.
No, nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm saying?
course
But,
there's nothing
but
wrong with
having sex or putting poor people in a position where they have to prostitute
Oh
themselves,
man.
that's
Uh,
wrong.
That's wrong.
Well, yeah,
Very
of course
wrong.
it is. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's the crime, not the man in the dress. That's
no,
crime.
that's
no,
definitely
no,
not a
yeah.
So if
crime.
I found out Bill Clinton was a cross dresser, I would not be.
Oh
upset.
no, I'm not
When I-
offended.
when I found out he
that'd
was
be
on the
the
list.
least offensive
No,
thing
yeah.
about
When I
him.
found out he was on a list to have sex with underage kids, like okay,
That's
that's
the
that's
problem.
That's what we
offensive.
upset
Yeah, no. Everybody wants to have sex, but it's just when you want to do it with kids,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
problem. Yeah, no,
poor children. That's what-
it's not a good thing.
Never.
All right, so the Looney Bin tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight, tomorrow night, 2 shows tonight, two shows tomorrow night. Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, we can go to looneyBinLR.com, right, and find out. But if they want to learn more about you, Henry, where do they go?
Just YouTube me, Google me, YouTube me. You can see more of my
Say,
content.
Google me, bitch.
That's right.
I'm Henry Coleman. Google me, bitch. Okay,
All my stuff is online, and hopefully you enjoy it and come out. Yeah.
that'd be great.
My
man.
I track 50-50, white, black, whatever. Whoever's there, they're gonna laugh and have a good time.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get it. That's
I don't. One time I opened for Carlos Mencia.
yeah. Did you?
Worst crowds ever.
They steal
Really?
jokes.
Yeah, but no, not the jokes.
He took his
Not the-
jokes too.
No,
Yeah.
he attracts old white people and young Mexicans.
Really?
Yeah,
How interesting.
that was
But
interesting.
it was a bad crowd for you.
Terrible because young Mexicans want they want the machismo, they want they
Oh,
want
the
that.
swagger.
And
yeah.
then old whites want you to be like, oh, he's a black
Wayne
guy.
Brady.
He just said fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They need you to be Wayne Brady
they need-
before
yeah,
Chappelle.
it'd be funny. So so it was like how do I relate?
Yeah,
These
no,
six shows with him. Yeah.
I've had the one and only Christmas party I ever did
Mhm.
for a company.
Okay.
They booked me, and I warned them before. I mean, you've heard me on air, right? I mean, what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then I showed up, and then not the guy who booked me, the owner comes out and he goes, "So, well, I understand you're going to do a clean set." And I was
Ah!
like, "Ooh,
Version of clean.
I said, let me just go over my set list with you real quick here, and he gave me the green light, but about 15 minutes in, the white towel comes. He
Nice.
started doing that. I was like, oh, yeah, it was great. I walked some blue hairs. They ran. Their hair was on fire when they left. Now the young people up front were loving it.
Yeah.
I was killing with them. The elderly people were like, "Get
I
this."
did a
thing out. Yeah.
police show. It was for a town hall meeting style, but it was mostly the police and fire department.
Okay.
And before, I was like, it was like, when do you want to go on? And I was like, one or more, two more acts than me. I was just trying to let the room settle.
Yeah.
Before I go on, they do a tribute to a fallen officer.
Oh no, not right before you.
Right
go on.
before I go
Oh
on.
no.
Like,
That's the
and
worst, man.
bring the wife up and do a whole little
Oh,
thing.
Oh Jesus! Can you
Man,
get more of a buzzkill than that?
I bummed for like
15 minutes.
yeah, and I almost didn't want to take the guy's money, but I needed it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I get it.
I was like, yeah, technically you're supposed to pay me. I really don't want to take it. Yeah, it was bad.
There was never a time I didn't want to take their
Oh.
money. I tell you that now. Every time I want the money. Yeah, I don't care. That's on you, man.
So
All right. So, Woodall, if folks want to follow you, find you, where do they do it, man?
I'm on Instagram, Facebook sometimes.
Is
most
it
of YouTube.
what's your is it Mike Woodall? What's your name online for them to look for?
Michael Woodall. You can Google me. But
But
yeah.
what will come up is the question. Besides an arrest
It
record.
would be a collegiate wrestler, actually.
Yeah.
Google my name. But yeah, just look for Little Doggy on YouTube. I used to do a lot more videos because of COVID and the algorithm and the way they cracked down on information during COVID.
Mm.
I had to delete a year's worth of videos.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
And
I
then
lie a
got-
lot of people.
And then they demonetized me after 12 years of being monetized
Yeah,
on YouTube.
you know,
Getting
YouTube.
regular checks from freaking Google.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes they don't like to pay anymore.
Oh my God, that sucked. But anyway, I don't do anything anymore.
Well, you do. You're still around. You still have stuff. You have recipes. You have cooking
I'm
things.
just Patrick's old friend.
No, man, stop the bullshit. Chad, what's going on with you? Are you doing bonus holes today for
Yeah,
people?
hopefully doing bonus holes today.
Okay.
Doing $5 off and $5 off piercings and $5 off gift cards.
All right, $5 off piercings, $5 off gift cards. Go see Chad at Primal Urge Tattoo and Piercing. Where's that at, Chad?
1008 East Oak, Suite 104, Conway.
And while you're there, when you get done getting your bonus hole,
That's right.
go next door to Crazy J's
Get you a
and get you
vape.
something to get you a vape or get you a little smoking apparatus for your, electric lettuce
Heck
this
yeah.
weekend. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank Christine DeMeo for an amazing
Yes,
performance.
Awesome
I want
performance.
to thank Henry Coleman,
Yes.
amazing comedian, for coming in and sharing time with us. Thank you to Rickshaw Mike Woodall for coming in, of
Rickshaw.
course. Thank you to Chad
Thank
Sledge.
y'all for having me.
And mainly, thank you guys very much for making us successful, making it work, sharing it, getting us out there. We couldn't be more grateful or thankful that we're, almost 2 months in and doing the numbers we're doing. It's unbelievable, but it's all because of you. So please don't stop. Keep pushing it. We love you and have a hell of a weekend. All right.
Peace.
Late.